Yo guys, what's up? We are back again with another stream, another game, and I hope you guys enjoying your day and done with a meal. So hello Manu Brawl start करो जी. कर दिया है. थोड़ा सेटिंग्स वेटिंग्स करना पड़ता है, इसलिए टाइम लग जाता है. हालांकि चलो, we are back and they also got started. 4 minutes remaining. अभी तो गाना वाना बजाएंगे ये लोग, कॉपीराइटेड वाला. जब तक टाइम पास करो. खैर जो भी है. Chats, let me open the chat here. क्या चल रहा है भाई? Come on guys, do make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new here, and if you guys watching this stream on the Twitch, then make sure to follow us there as well. As you can see, the today's schedule: Tribe Gaming EU versus Zest will gonna be the first match. Then Zeta Division Zero versus Chessman Gaming Brazil, and Tribe Gaming NA versus Navi. Then at last, Reckoning Esports TOC versus ST Gaming. Whom you guys supporting? Let me know in the comment section or in the live chat. Free 10 points, which is of no use for me because I have already reached 1000, and we can't cross more than 1000 because there is a limit. 33 push-ups क्या हो पाएगा 2 दिन में? Let's see. Everything is possible depending on the things. If you talk about me, what are the predictions I have made? Here are the predictions. Tribe Gaming EU against the Zest. Zeta Division I have selected against CMGB. I have selected Navi against Tribe NA, and if I go for the last one, then ST Gaming against Reckoning. Hello Rajdeep, कैसे हो?
कैसे हो राजदीप? मजा आ रहा ना?
Hello 11 Alpha, what's up? Tara Stin was easier to get than Jesse. Yeah, it was very much easy because this time everyone knows how to deal with the things and they already know which team is good, which team is not. So they are not dependent on other creators to just select the team for them. So yeah, this time monthly finals are already having some other rewards like skins and not skins, just pins and other things like sprays. So people are very much involved in those things, which made it easier to actually select the real thing, like which team is actually playing good. The only bad thing was Stalwart Esports, which were playing very good as a free win agents. Then they decided to change their name to Stalwart Esports, and they played very डब्बा. अभी मेरे को फुटबॉल देखने जाने हैं, कैसे देखूंगा मैं ये ई स्पोर्ट्स? मत देखो, जरूरी थोड़ी देखना. 12:30 बजे तक स्ट्रीम चलेगी क्या आज? चल सकती है, वाई नॉट. अरे एक तो ये इनका गाने बजते रहते हैं. हाँ, 1 बजे तक, कल भी 1 बजे तक चली थी. कल भी 1 बजे तक चली थी एक्चुअल में. एक क्या, ये खत्म हो जाना चाहिए था ऑलमोस्ट 12:30 से पहले, लेकिन उनका कुछ टेक्निकल ग्लिच हो गया. और जो कि उन्होंने बोला कि भाई दे हैव रिप्लेस्ड सार्जेंट, और ये शायद उनको टीम को पता नहीं था, मतलब जो मैनेजिंग टीम उनको पता ही नहीं था. बोले ये बंदा आ रहा है, ये बंदा आ रहा है. स्टार बोले देयर इज टेक्निकल ग्लिच एंड सार्जेंट इज रिप्लेस बाय कौन कौन है, किसके बदले कौन रिप्लेस किया उसको? नाम भी याद नहीं है भाई. Sergeant couldn't get his visa, unfortunately. Bro, if that's not an excuse. गेटिंग वीजा इज नॉट अ एक्सक्यूज ब्रो. ऐसा हर बार कैसे हो सकता है? पिछला जो टूर्नामेंट हुआ था, अभी एमएसआई वाला जो हुआ था इनका, उसमें भी तो ये लोग ने नहीं किया ना. हर बार ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है कि एक बंदे को वीजा ही ना मिले? इट्स इम्पॉसिबल ब्रो. यू आर लिविंग इन इंडिया नॉट पाकिस्तान, की वहां आपका वीजा के लिए आपको इतना ज्यादा टाइम पास करना पड़ेगा. इंडिया में रहते हैं भाई. इंडिया का वीजा इज अ पावरफुल थिंग. नॉट है कोई चलता फिरता चीज नहीं है कि मतलब कोई और ये तो तुम्हारा तो आतंकवादी देश है, नहीं दे सकते. वीजा ऑन अराइवल है भाई हमारे इतनी सारी कंट्रीज में. तो अगर कोई तुमको बोल रहा है कि वीजा की वजह से नहीं गया, भाई कौन बेवकूफ बना रहा है? नाम बताओ उसका. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि वीजा की वजह से कोई बंदा 4 करोड़ का नुकसान करवा ले अपनी कंपनी का. इम्पॉसिबल. तो अगर आप ऐसा बोल रहे हो कि भाई कि एक बंदे को वीजा नहीं मिल रहा है, वो भी पेरिस जाने के लिए. भाई पेरिस लोग ऐसे ही टाइम पास में घूमने के लिए निकल जाते हैं. कोई अफगानिस्तान थोड़ी जाना था कि वहां का वीजा लेने के लिए आ रहा है. पहले 2 महीने पहले तुमको बताना चाहिए था. अब रही 2 महीने पहले वाली बात, तो मैं वो भी बता दूं भाई, ऐसा तो था नहीं कि इनको पता नहीं था कि उनकी टीम क्वालिफाई नहीं करने वाली है. क्योंकि ऑलरेडी वो लोग तीन तीन अगर उनने जीत लिए थे तो डेफिनेटली दे गोना क्वालिफाई फॉर द वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स. उनने 3 लगातार जीत चुके थे आउट ऑफ 5, आउट ऑफ 6-7 जीतते थे. उनने सभी जीते हैं. ही हिमसेल्फ मेंशन्ड इट ऑन ट्विटर. ब्रो, ऐसा बोलना पड़ता है. ऐसा बोलना पड़ता है डायरेक्टली. ये थोड़ी बता सकते हैं कि घर वाले चप्पल मार रहे थे, बोले नहीं बेटा तू नहीं जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होता है. हम अगर मैं बात बताऊं, एक सेकंड अंकल आप चुप हो जाइए थोड़ा, तो बता देने दो. जब अभी पबजी जो था वो बैन था इंडिया में, बीजीएमआई भी बैन हो गया था, उसके बाद भी इंडिया से टीम गई थी, टीम सोल गई थी खेलने के लिए पबजी. तो तुमको क्या लगता है कि वीजा ऐसे ही दे दिया? मतलब जो बैन गेम है उसको खेलने के लिए बंदा आ रहा, फिर भी वीजा मिल रहा है. और जो गेम उसको कोई पता नहीं है, ना कोई बैन है ना कुछ है, उसके लिए उसको वीजा नहीं मिल पा रहा है. भाई तुम तो यार अलग ही मजाक करते हो यार. गुड जोक, गुड जोक.
Four teams have already validated their tickets to the finals. Tomorrow, Championship Sunday is going to be big, but there are 4 more spots to take, and these spots are going to be taken today. 16 teams are in competition here at Disneyland Paris, but only one will leave with the biggest of titles. I am Damascus. I will be your host all weekend, but without further ado, let's get brawling!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Brawl Stars World Finals. Day number 2 is getting underway. Once again, here at Disneyland Paris, it is a full house, and I couldn't be more excited to be alongside you, Teddy. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. Yeah.
What was just strongest game mode? No idea. Like Brawl Ball? And the answer was Hot Zone. Hot Zone is the correct answer. If you still need the points, then go for the Hot Zone. Hot is the correct answer.
If you weren't with us yesterday, here it is.
Choose Hot Zone if you're still in the need of the points.
Team single elimination bracket. You lose, you are out of here. It is the culmination of a year's worth of effort. Best of 5 in the round of 16, all the way to the semifinals, transitioning into a best of 7 format in those grand finals. Prize pool is
मैंने आपका देख के कर दिया. वाह. अरे रुक जाया करो, मैं बोल देता हूँ ना, बता देता हूँ मैं कि क्या सही है. यो ब्रो व्हाट्सअप. 160 हो गए हैं. 160 हो गए अभी 160 पे हो? क्या बात कर रहे हो? कल भी तो तुम देख ही रहे थे. अगर कल का भी तुमने फॉलो किया होता तो अभी तक तो हो गया होता तुम्हारे 1000. सिर्फ 160 कैसे है? सही गया हॉट जोन. क्या लगता है गोल्डी भाई किस बारे में? ट्राइब जीतेगा भाई. एक ट्राइब को तो हमने वोट किया है और दूसरे ट्राइब को नहीं किया है. देख सकते हो ये रहा मेरा. अरे यार, हियर इज माय प्रेडिक्शन. ट्राइब गेमिंग EU against the Zest. Zeta Division 0, obviously the most favorable choice and the smart one as well. And against Tribe Gaming NA, I have chosen Navi. Navi is gonna be playing good, I suppose.
versus Zest.
कल नहीं किया इवेंट, फिर देखने में मजा नहीं आता।
Gaming VR.
अच्छा,
Next, Tribe Gaming NA versus Navi and Reconic Esports TOC versus SC.
कल हमारे ज्यादातर सब सही थे, बस खुद स्टारवर्ट ई स्पोर्ट्स वाली टीम ने अपना पचका दिया, अपने ही टीम वालों ने टपका दिया हमें। अदरवाइज बाकी सब सही थे, तो 125 125 125 तो ऐसे ही मिल गए थे।
Well, I definitely agree, but it seems like we didn't exactly agree on our predictions here. At least I speak for myself and all the other casters, excluding you. Why Navi versus Tribe Gaming NA? It's a very hotly contentious match, but once again, you're the sole outlier.
I got 4 out of 4. Nice.
Well, listen, yesterday I was the only one going totem against Vatra. I was right. I'm counting on making that happen again. Just getting, a 2.
Today all same as you, just
For you guys.
third game different.
Tie it up with you. It's just
Oh,
when I'm
cool.
strategical about my predictions.
You
Cool.
wanna be a wise guy like Teddy, and I would highly encourage you to do so. Go to event.brawlstars.com, submit your predictions of your own, interact with the stream, watch and earn some rewards as well to redeem in game. You can get the new skin as well for Tar.
Hello Clash with me YT. Subscribe to Clash with me YT, 72 subscribers. Okay, sure, why not? कास्टो ने ट्राइब यू को किया है लॉल नावी की जगह। हाँ, सभी ने ज्यादातर इसको कैनी को छोड़ के। 85% vote for Tribe Gaming EU versus Zest. Let's see how they gonna perform. Otherwise, if we look at the performance of the previous World Finals, that was totally different.
Without further ado, I mean, we're getting ready for our first match here, and this is going to be quite an interesting one. Tribe Gaming EU versus Zest. Now, Tribe Gaming EU.
Hello Manan Kumar. Hello, do you remember me? I used to come from Namita Gandhi. अरे Namita Gandhi वाले भैया आ गए यार, ये क्या बात है?
Third seed from LATAM.
आइए आइए आइए।
Having some struggles in their home region.
I am supporting Tribe EU, Zeta Division, Navi and STM. Same here. Same. Ditto copy. ट्राइब यू इज ओवररेटेड। भाई पिछले बार जो हुआ था उसके बाद तो यही लगता है, बाकी देखते हैं। ट्राइब गेमिंग इज एक्चुअली वे बेटर देन ट्राइब यू। लेट्स सी व्हाट दे गोना डू एंड परफॉर्म इन दिस वन।
Et allez, c'est l'heure pour le premier match de la journée.
नमिता वाला अकाउंट बैन है इसका लॉल। अच्छा, क्यों हुआ था मुझे याद नहीं है, मैं इतना याद नहीं रखता क्योंकि अपने को तो वैसे भी टारगेट है। वी आर हैविंग अ टारगेट टू बैन 1 million person in this account. Now you better than NA, but not better than you.
Tribe Gaming EU, a team that clearly needs no introduction. Some world finalists from last year and previous years on this roster, especially if we talk about Tom, world champion in 2019 and a decorated record from this entire year to follow.
That's a good point. And as you mentioned, #1 seed.
Hello Dark Devil, how much point? Whom? Mine already completed 1000 yesterday. I have already got all the rewards. Just watching for fun. 1 million ban OP, yes. And for that doing, you guys need to subscribe first. तब तो मजा आएगा।
MSI this year also ended up knocked out early. So
अरे टकलू जॉनी सिंस है कि कौन सा टकलू जॉनी सिंस दिख गया तुमको? ना, ये नहीं है। चलो बाय, प्रेडिक्शन करने के लिए फुल दिमाग चाहिए। ओके, हैव फन।
Et leurs adversaires, ils nous viennent d'Amérique du Sud, la 3e seed d'Amérique du
अरे वो
Sud.
host,
Novices sur cette scène, ici à Paris, qui vont tenter de faire tomber la top seed
उसका
européenne.
चचेरा भाई है भाई।
Argentina, Brazil, Chile, make some noise for Zest!
Alonso, no one, and Loco. If you guys are not familiar with them, they got third seed in the LATAM South region. Thoughts about Wesley as well? That is not going to be playing in this match as he will be sitting on the bench. It's not a team that has.
अबे ये कैप्टन अमेरिका का सस्ती कॉपी क्यों लग रहा है?
Did not win a single monthly
ये देखो साइड से पूरा कैप्टन अमेरिका की सस्ती कॉपी लग रहा है। स्टार्टिंग में नहीं था बच्चे वाला जो रोल कर रहा था, जो
This is their first.
बिल्कुल दुबला पतला एकदम,
It doesn't get a whole much bigger than this.
Keyword yet. They have not achieved.
यही था क्या? यही तो नहीं कर रहा था।
This is their chance to
कैप्टन अमेरिका वाला रोल बचपन का बोले जब तक कैप्टन अमेरिका नहीं बन रहा था इसी को लेके गए थे बॉडी डबल.
They need to break the EU curse. Every single year since 2019, the top team from EMEA has gone down in the first round at Worlds.
कैप्टन अमेरिका फर्स्ट पार्ट, हाँ बिल्कुल ओरिजिनल विंटर सोल्जर वाला, कैप्टन अमेरिका विंटर सोल्जर वाला.
Underdog in this matchup.
Oh, absolutely. I think one thing that kind of gives me some more hope for Zest as well is their coach, Yag, which, if my memory serves me correctly, was the coach for Bunker at Worlds last year, brought them there, so he could maybe...
हाँ यही तो लॉल. हाँ भाई वो छोड़ के यहाँ क्या करने आ गए अंकल आप, थोड़ा बॉडी वॉडी वापस बनाइए, जाइए उधर.
Without a doubt,
अब भाई दो ईयरफोन सब लगा रखे हैं,
have seen Tribe
ये भी ठीक है.
here and there. So
कल मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया था, कल भी इन लोगों ने 2 ईयरफोन लगा रखे थे.
good, solid early start. Whereas on Zest, I mean,
EMEA के फर्स्ट सीट का राउंड 1 कर्स है.
convince them, you know, maybe they're not quite good enough to go further. Tribe Gaming is a very emotional team, and they get hugely
ये
affected
ड्रेज हग्गू प्ले
and how their
ये भी ठीक है.
about themselves.
नॉइस कैंसलेशन, बट कल लगाया था नहीं लगाया था याद नहीं आ रहा मुझे.
Really want to impress Tribe. They gotta strike hard and early and beat
इस टीम को बेस्ट प्लेयर लेने ही नहीं है.
You know, as
अच्छा
optimistic as I would love to be for Zest, you got to be realistic as well. If we just look at the self-reported scrims heading up onto the World Finals in preparation phase, an unfortunate 24% win rate for Zest in those scrims. That's not really great. And you talk about, you know, Tribe EU having sort of maybe a weakness to confidence on the opposing side. I'm going to be real with you, man. I would not be confident up here if I were Zest. One thing they can be confident in, though, is that they're an unknown enemy, right? They're coming in with not a whole lot known about them, not a whole lot of background studies to be done on them, and also probably a whole lot of work being done in the dojo, right? The regional meta, and bringing out something that we don't...
वोटिंग तो वन साइडेड है. हाँ वोटिंग से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
To be fair, Tribe is not really a team to
मुझे लग रहा है ट्राइब हारेगी फर्स्ट अपसेट ऑफ दिस टूर्नामेंट. अरे अरे अरे
an interesting one because
हारे जीते हमारा काम तो चल रहा है भाई.
that's their best result ever coming from
Come on guys, do drop a like and subscribe if you're new here.
that spot into the World Finals, but this year much more secure and confident about it. The question is, how is that going to translate now in their opening match? The expectations are high. The Tribe fans, the Tribe staff on the screen here, recognizing a whole bunch of them: Kaner, Cody,
Come on, started. नहीं आ रही मेरे को 125 पॉइंट्स मांगता. वाह 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 वाह. कोई नहीं, कल करा लेना. कल तो सीधे सेमीफाइनल्स एंड फाइनल्स हैं. और मजे की बात तो ये है कि कल ही 6:30 बजे से, मतलब कल तो शाम को 6:30 बजे से, तो इतना लेट नहीं जागना पड़ेगा. इतने बजे तक तो खत्म हो चुका होगा. हेलो स्प्रिंटी, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. जीटा ही जीतेगी पूरा टूर्नामेंट. अच्छा ओके. English, yeah, I speak English. Some people are from India and mostly can understand and speak English as well. Rudra Patel, hello, what's up? How are you doing?
to Zest than that, but it's still going to be tough. We're kicking things off on Safe Zone. Our bands on the side of Tribe Gaming EU are going to be Otis, Max, and 8-Bit.
You speak 2 languages. I speak many languages. I am from India, so yeah, English kinda yes. It's a main stream language, but apart from it, I can speak Hindi and many other
You know, it's
Indian language I can understand and speak as well.
opponents in
So yeah,
region, so we'll see how that actually
if you know, India is full of different cultures and language.
we've seen quite a bit.
So we speak many different languages. He speaks Spanish, Hindi, French, English. No, I can understand German. मैं सीख रहा हूँ जर्मन, तो I can actually understand some German as well. कुत्ता ओपी, और कुत्ता तो भाई हर जगह. कल काफी जगह बैन कर दिया गया था उसको, इस बार छोड़ दिया तो इन्होंने ले लिया भाई.
I think it's a pretty good reactionary pick. Obviously doesn't
BOP, beautiful.
I'm assuming the next one
अरे भाई अपसेट तो होना मांगता है. अरे 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 अरे
much better.
ग्रिफ चिच्चा ओपी. ओ ये
Have that free roll wig available with the piggy bank. Open up your right side of the
मनु
map.
के
Make sure
125
you have
पॉइंट जाएंगे.
easy access to your lane and
मनु का
really
घर
push
जाएंगा इसमें. वैसे कुछ नहीं देखो, if you are not getting a points by selecting a correct team, there is not any big deal. The reason is you get 100 points very easily just by selecting MVP. And still, if you look at the schedule here, how many matches are remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means 11 MVP chances are left. And if you just gonna select the MVP, then also very easily you're gonna get 1000 points, even if you select the wrong teams, which are not actually winning. So rewards are not going anywhere. Everyone can get the rewards if they are participating. Hello, Pink Ball Gaming, what's up?
I think what I like about Tribe Gaming EU's combat strategy is they're going for very comfortable picks for them, right? We all know Tom's Ruffs.
It's just the time you're gonna invest. Like if you want it early, then you should go for the correct. Otherwise, just enjoy and select the MVP and win all the rewards.
Uncomfortable situation. Left side is going to be opened up by the Griff as Tom is trying to aggress and get some early positioning. Loco down in the mid.
Oh,
Attack
boy.
down, does get a tag onto Drage. Let's see if he can get a connection.
Oh,
on that.
oh,
Drake
oh,
shot
oh,
is
oh,
getting
oh,
up.
oh, good shot.
The connection as Drage is going to fall and some first damage on save. That's going to be going the way of Zest.
And another piggy bank drop down around the left side to break things open. Tom luckily has one wall left.
Oh, shot, shot.
Tap up a little bit. Here's the roll in from no one. Little supply drop down, but it's not going to go on top of Logo. Tom falls. The 9 Drake trying to defend as best as they can, but Alonso is determined to lock himself in his back left corner. It's going to take a pinch to get him out of there, which is surely coming along the way, but it does waste a little bit of time that Tribe could be using to push up Alonso. He just continues to stay alive. He's going to get a close range kill. Now taken down.
Oh, Daryl.
With the safe like wide on Rise. Logo still.
Oh, bhai, Daryl damage.
Thrown down as well. Good contact from Lana, but this is a dominating game so far by Zest.
Zest are destroying Tribe Gaming EU in this first game so far. A nice homemade recipe connects from Drake down in the mid and gives him some slightly better positioning. A good tag onto Loco, but now there is a charge shot on that B. Alonso has a super as well. They need to be careful on the side of Tribe Gaming EU. There's not a whole
They have done just
of
5% damage.
maneuver in this first game as we head towards the final minute.
Oh, okay. They started doing some damage. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Dre shots are not connecting that much.
Is able to get some damage in. Also denied by Tom with some wall break. He still stays alive, but the sandbags appear to come in clutch. Alonso also gets a kill.
Griff damage OP, guys.
Well, but he's got to be careful versus Loco.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know why, but Dre shots are not connecting that much. 65% is still a huge difference. Daryl.
The kill is going to be confirmed by Loco as Alonso falls on the left side to Tom, and Tom is utilizing.
Oh, 12 seconds remaining. Oh, they need to go and rush if they want to retain this thing.
That first game, the jumping from Drake
No.
shot off, and now with the sword gets shut down.
If Colette could have connected it 10% damage, that means it could have been brought down to 30%. But still, nope. Griff damage denied it. Nice. Bolodana go overhead, Rich.
The defense of Tribe Gaming EU. Zest, they already have their eyes set once again at mid. Alonso is going to be breaking open that left wall fairly early on, but Tom, he's going a lot more aggressive this time, trying to line up the shots. Great dodging.
But try barega.
Dodging shots left, right, and center. Speaking of center, here's Drake.
Finally. One shot connected. Oh, good save.
The honeypot. Loco manages to stay alive as well. Charge B and damage gear active, but no 4K contact.
All right, let's see. So far, not nearly as much of a problem in the early game.
Daryl.
You have the Ruffs, which doesn't get the free wall break, so it's easier for that right lane on the side of Zest, as well as those buffs that come from the trees from Ruffs. They're going to take a while to build up. First kill here from Drake onto Alonso as that left side is going to be weakened up. And a chance now for Tom to push forward, try to get some connections towards the safe. Still no shot.
No damage.
Just yet. Those walls will be taken out by Drake. Let's see if that is going to be favorable.
They have changed their lanes.
Onto the right side. Wants to get up
Lane changed.
Those stacks from Tom are going to keep him at bay for now, at least, as no one
Ah.
role available. We know how deadly
Daryl. Oh, good one.
to no one, and it's only Loco left alive. A good cleanup from Track Gaming as they get some damage on save and take over the lead.
Lana has his next super.
10% damage. Huge.
As well, Loco's taken like a madman. Here comes a slow until the 9. No one gets to get all over this save. Tons of damage being knocked off, but still not surpassing what Tribe Gaming EU has laid into disaster.
Daryl had done the main damage. Daryl OP, guys.
Contact.
Oh, look at that. Daryl made it 41%.
Standing at 41% to 58, and Alonso continues the onslaught.
Zest
Nice.
threatening Tribe on this first set. A dangerous position.
Daryl.
Rage, a good kill onto Loco. 25 seconds left now. A super from the 9. Good connection onto Alonso. Onto
And Daryl goes on to the no bottom and he's doing damage. 30, 20,
to that save, getting some damage.
17, 14,
The lead for now, and we head towards
11,
Got a body
11% damage. Daryl.
much health to work with, though. Tom and Trades are tossing everything on that save. That
Oh, 1%.
there's not enough time for Zest to push this.
Daryl. Oh no, that was close.
Oh my goodness. This
1%.
fantastic already.
Nice.
Let's just appreciate
Daryl OP, guys.
to the Colette as well. Confidence from Zest, and I mean everyone had their doubts. We know we have a match in our hands here already. Let's see who takes
They've changed the lane.
between Tribe Gaming EU and Zest.
Little lane switch here, too. Alonso now takes the right side early on. Wonder if he's going to be breaking open that wall if he so pleases. No one also on the left side here. Could come the piggy bank. He's going to
Okay,
keep a little
all onto the one sided.
Loco.
Oh, Daryl is low. Daryl low.
Just going to do a favor and save him a gadget as well. Alonso, thankfully, is able to avoid a lot of that damage, and Tom switches over to the lane. Here's some more wall break as well. It's going to be great for dealing with
Nice shot.
kill onto Alonso.
And Daryl. Oh, nice. Daryl finish. Whole team finished.
Loco and Tribe Gaming EU, they're powering right through. In fact, penetrating as well for 10% off that safe and 15 already knocked.
Nice, good connection this time.
A start here from Tribe did not take a single percent on that save. We saw in game 1 how devastating those pushes from Zest.
Oh.
Missed homemade recipe from Drage, but a follow-up connection onto no one. Getting that tag up, and the buff is
Oh, good connections this time. I don't know why they are losing this.
those one-on-one matchups. 20% extra damage, definitely something.
Daryl incoming.
So, but so does the shot.
But super is not charged yet.
Spot to tank for Loco. He's in an awkward
Oh,
position.
oh,
Shut
oh,
down.
oh.
No one tries to get to the safe. Will get some
Boom.
decent damage on
Not
save, but
that much damage.
Tribe now.
Zest, they are trailing by a large margin here. They have to get some damage in on that enemy safe. Loco's doing his best to defend. Lanaz going to try and lock himself in his back right corner. Alonso's just waiting out the gotcha gadget. Lanaz still going to benefit.
Oh, nice one. Nah, GG's.
To finish it off.
Good comeback. And first side goes to Tribe EU.
From Tribe Gaming, but they made sure that first set in the end shut down any sort of
The guy said Rage got connection to Noon.
saying that.
Lol.
But I mean, Zest aren't surprising us so
Easy
far.
peasy. अबे
Draft was a
छपरी डैरिल क्या हो गया, इतना मस्त खेल रहा था. अरे पता नहीं इन लोगों ने लेन क्यों स्विच करी. अच्छा खेल रहा था उस साइड पे भाई.
this got close.
I don't know why they made this strategy to change the lane. That is working so much fine for them.
No, honest truth here, I wasn't.
Even second मैच में भी देखा जाए तो इतना पीछे नहीं थे वो लोग.
It was just
वो तो जस्ट
aggression.
बहुत ज्यादा उनको वो मिल गया एडवांटेज. अदरवाइज डैरिल सेकंड वाले में भी सही पोजीशन पे खेल रहा था. Why they switched the lane? I don't know why.
Drops were powering up Drage and even Lanad too, but especially Drage tapping things at long range.
ट्राइब पूरा गांव लेके आया. हाँ तो उनकी टीम में इतने सारे लोग हैं भाई.
Keep things at long range, slow things down whenever she can. I do want to give a shout out to Loco because he was going nuts that game. In fact, all of Zest was taking game number 1 is such a great statement over a team like Tribe Gaming EU. But what really matters is those set victories. That is what actually gets you closer to taking a match win.
Absolutely, and I
सही बोला वर्ल्ड भाई.
a big trap here.
भाई वहीं पे चौक कर गए.
Knows, but the stats, they tell a different
लेन स्विच करके मिस्टेक किया उन्होंने. अरे हाँ भाई, एक साइड से वो बढ़िया दीवार तोड़ रहा था ग्रेफ. वहां से उसको पूरा मिल रहा था
damage as well. I think
कवरेज.
struggled
डेरिल अपना बढ़िया आराम से अपना सुपर चार्ज करके वहां से लुढ़कते हुए आता था और दे दनादन शॉट मार के चला जाता था.
Sometimes there's a chance is until you are in the action and you are
I don't know why,
right
but
next to your opponent, you can't
their
really do
team
much.
strategy.
There, tank a bit or whatnot, wait for that super to pop up. But I think that Tribe did an amazing job here at dodging that trap in the first set where Zest, you know, they win the first game and it was a stomp. They looked much better and Tribe did not let that take them down. They managed to
सबसे घटिया आउट जोन में. हाँ भाई ये मुझे बड़ा बेकार लगता है.
sweep that opening set. Beautiful stuff from the number 1 EMEA
अबे
seed.
क्या 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 टीम है इनकी भाई. जो ग्राफिक्स टीम है क्या है उसको पता नहीं कि मैप चेंज हो गया. सेफ जोन दिखा रहे हैं स्क्रीन पर भाई.
Open zone. There we
हाँ, अब जाके ओपन जोन दिया है.
zones in a row, and I mean maybe another one if we move on to knockout pretty soon here. Another,
Okay.
yeah, or out of
They have gone with
only tangentially related to
Stu.
Open Zone, which is once again not on heist, but anyway, Stu, I definitely like here. You're able to
Strongest game mode of Zest, yes.
You're able to chase down tanks that could be particularly
As
troublesome.
per the data,
I don't
yes.
necessarily expect to see that here. Poco's actually going to be the response. In fact,
अरे भाई कौन है इनकी टेक्निकल टीम वाले बंदे.
some for me.
ले देखिए सेफ जोन के पीछे जो पड़े हैं.
Coming from a mile away because B has been banned on the side of Zest. They
Even AGM couldn't defeat this team in his
I mean, this has some
game mode.
potential on the side of Zest. I love this too. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of the most dominant picks on this map. You can just get those wiggles and, you know, dash left and right in the zone, stay there forever. Speed zone still strong, not nearly as strong as it used to be, but it can still help out massively. On the other hand, Poco,
Let's see.
absolute threat.
Come on guys, do make sure to drop a like, and if you guys watching this stream for the first time, then make sure to subscribe as well. Let's go.
Potential explosive pairing. But I do respect the Gil here as well. I mean, obviously, you know, you want
Ember
to
OP, yeah.
better to get you out of the zone than a Gale.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and expect that they're running the jump pad for a little bit of extra momentum into the mid area. Perhaps it could also help to counter whatever.
मनु की दिल की धड़कन बढ़ी हुई होगी.
tandem with the Poco
अरे
because they do
धक
have
धक
massive
करने
but
लगा. Hello H2O Brawl Stars.
at minimum. Tom's
How
also
are you
a
doing?
strong tank counter here because, well, you're never able to hit him because he always stays out of your range. Drage is going to have tremendous range here as well. And Amber, at least in, you know, I hail from the North American region. And in North America,
But I don't know why इतना excitement नहीं आता इनके मैचेस में देख के.
particularly tanky pick that's going to give Amber a
जितना इसमें आता ट्राइब बोल रहा हूँ जीटा के मैचेस देखने में आता है या कल के जो मैचेस थे काफी बढ़िया थे. अब शायद आगे और अच्छे हों बट स्टिल
Phenomenally yesterday. Now will Zest perform as well as Shtetempo?
मन्नू की किडनी में हार्ट अटैक आने वाला है. बोल रहा था कल उसके पेट में सरदर्द भी हो रहा था.
Be an interesting one for sure. I like what I'm seeing on both
चलो,
sides. I think it's a bit more
let's
traditional
see.
on the side of Tribe Gaming, but we do have that launchpad indeed. And
देखते हैं जैस जो है सच में स्ट्रांग है हॉट जोन में या नहीं.
No one is constantly jumping in. Loco can also cycle out that super pretty effectively. Lanai is dodging back and forth and does manage to pick the kill onto no one as well. Tribe Gaming EU, they are on this point, very firmly locked. And here comes some of the bush break as well, keeping Loco back, burning him up. Thankfully, some healing comes in from Alonzo. Here's the
Oh.
and the gadget paired with it, but no one, he's still struggling to get some kills here. Tribe Gaming EU, they refuse to let this point behind.
yeah, range is something quite complicated here on the side of Zest.
कौन बोला था भाई ये स्ट्रांग है इसमें.
Range, but it's just at the advantage of Tribe. And
एम्बर ओपी भाई साहब.
it's going to be a complicated
आग लगा दी आग लगा दी आग लगा दी भाई साहब.
kill on Tom on the right-hand side. No one going
गुड वन.
finds the kill, and that is going to be enough to get a couple more percentages on the board for Zest. They're not quite there just yet, as they still have a decent bit of catching up to do.
Well, they're just staying at the edge of this zone on the top side. Lanai, he's also taking serious damage. Down he goes to the super from Loco. Another kill as well, or rather a near kill onto Drage as he has to retreat. Here comes the Ego down to protect him a little bit, but is not going to offer too much defense versus Carlin, his piercing damage, nor versus Alonzo. Little burn onto no
Oh,
one.
bhai.
Down on the right side, Tribe Gaming EU
Ember.
to win back this zone. There's the team.
Ember.
And they take this one back.
आग लगा दी आग लगा दी आग लगा दी भाई.
Exactly, so sorry from Tribe, exactly what they needed right here, right now, as they're getting closer and closer to the finish line. Another jump pad plays down, and that is low HP. Drage trying to keep some control of the zone here, but Alonzo and Loco are doing a good job as well. Drage finds the connection on Loco. Alonzo is one shot, eventually gets shut down, and it's all up to no one here to stop them from closing it out. does find one kill, and now was able to get it all the way to 90%.
Ah.
Incredibly low HP, should get cleared up there, and eventually Loco does find a kill. It's incredibly close, and now Zest are in control of the zone. This is going to be the
Oh, 90-90.
who takes game number one of top. So Loco, Bulls get straight away. They're both in the zone 1%.
Oh.
No one does it.
Come back, GG's.
First game again.
Very good comeback.
What is Zest on today? They're taking game one in the first set, game one
Good
in
one.
the second set. and
Good comeback.
completely out of nowhere as well.
ये
Stuff that is
ऐसे मैचेस देखने में मजा आता है,
jump pad once again.
ऐसे देखने में ज्यादा मजा आता है.
Seriously stuck in there at the end, getting that control towards the end and getting in close range versus some brawlers that struggle to pump out the DPS when someone is right on top of them, especially Tom, who was an absolute powerhouse in the last game. But this time, Zest, not only are they going to get that early zone control, but they're holding on to it way better than they did in game number one. Lenad, though, is trying to dispel some of this defense, already circling in versus Loco on the left side. Alonso and No One trying to stay alive on the right. No One needs the piercing damage, but Drake stays barely out of range. There's a freeze frame too. Loco goes down on the left. And Tribe Gaming EU, it looks like they've gotten back mid-control.
Yeah, Zest capitalized much better with that jump pad than in the first game, and yet Tribe was a great retake here of the mid, good presence, and that is one big puddle from Tom into the mid as well. If he gets the bird, he does connect it onto Alonso. That is going to be a kill. Loco in a 1v3.
Okay.
In favor of Tribe Gaming, and they have the lead, they have zone control. This is looking excellent for them.
Big push break around the right side for Tom as well. It's going to be an issue for No One and Alonso who need them to survive. Here comes a
Oh, melted.
A little bit too late, actually. Tom does stay alive. Protective pirouette is supposed to shield you from a lot of damage, and it just came a little bit too late. Alonso also going down Loco. He's just a smidge away from dying. Little pushback as well as he's getting good dodges versus Lenan. No One now takes his place. You need to see the kill.
This time they are having a good one.
Super low. No One's
Ah, Amber नाक लगा दी.
Tribe Gaming EU, they lead confidently, but they need to win back this mid control.
Wow, what a lead from Tribe. Zest was a decent retake, but not one that seems to be holding for long. Now has been struggling much more this game as well. Tribe has done an amazing job at shutting him down
Oh.
for his final attempt.
Melted, भाई, melted.
But not a successful one. Tribe tie things up, and again,
Focus gives a lot of area control. Yeah, after some rework on his gadget and other powers, he is actually good with the damage as well.
Sense the pressure that Tribe Gaming EU is applying here because, frankly, that's not necessarily how Carl usually works in this interaction. We'll have to see, though, if it changes up in this next one because what we saw in set number one is they change up the lanes, they try to make it work here. Zest, they got to go for anything that they can get as it's all tied up in the set.
all right.
Oh, nice.
Percentages lead, but the first kill goes the way of Tribe. I mean, zone control now. Alonso burning down and will end up dropping as now Tribe have a solid foothold in the mid. Zest need to be incredibly careful. They don't want to give this one away. They barely lost that first set. Twice in a row would be devastating. But
Good
another
30% lead.
from Tom, and that is going to be a follow-up cleanup from Tribe Gaming as it's only Loco left alive and just barely poorly timed respawns. They do manage to keep Loco up for now. It's gonna try to heal up. Alonso low goes for the heal. No one needs to
Very huge lead for now.
solo HP before he can do anything. And it seems like Tribe are just running away with this game and then with this set potentially.
Zest here, they're getting staggered so hard as they come in one by one. Thankfully, they're going to regroup for this final push in. Loco, he's going to have to make some magic happen. Maybe it's No One's job now. There's a flying hook in, but he gets tripped up against the wall. His
GG's.
but he doesn't
Back
even
to
need
back
it.
2
The
set
pressure is
1.
mounting, and Zest fall once again after a game one victory. But this is so much
Nice.
on this roster. Certainly an impressive shot. Once again,
No karma my आशीर्वाद.
set victories.
ये भी ठीक
Now
है.
heading into set number 3 with 2 set victories under their belt already. They're one game away from that match point.
One thing that is absolutely worth
ट्राइब की स्ट्रेटजी है क्या? फर्स्ट सेट थ्रो करके अगला 2 जीतने का.
capable of losing both first games of their sets and you know quite tough losses too. The first one
Oh,
was a bit of a stomp, a bit of a surprising one too, and that second one, in the second set, it was a huge clutch, and yet games 2 and 3 they managed to just make a night and day difference, coming much more confident, pop off, hit those shots, keep them away from the objective, and dominate. Tribe Gaming playing fantastically here, but as you said, Zess catching everyone off guard, because talking to the players, talking to everyone here at the World Finals, most people
Tribe and Navi. I have selected Navi, bro.
bottom of the round of 16, or maybe 1 or 2 spots up, but they were around the bottom of people's rankings, and they are definitely surprising us here with this, at least a 2 first sets.
Not the ideal place to find yourself, and not the ideal place to be told that you are at the very bottom, and we've been proven wrong, right? Everyone here has been proven wrong, but the ultimate way to do it is to get some wins on the board. We see some games up there. We need to see sets. We need to see this go to at least a set 4.
हेलो एटॉम डायनो उर्फ महेश बोरावली। तुम्हें पता है पॉटी स्टार से ज़्यादा क्लैश रॉयल के टूर्नामेंट अच्छे होते हैं, ठीक है, देख लिया करेंगे, क्या ही दिक्कत है। देखो टूर्नामेंट वो देखने में ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है जो हम गेम खेलते हैं, ठीक है। अब क्लैश रॉयल में इतना खेलता नहीं था तो मैं देखता नहीं था, अब क्लैश रॉयल हम डेली खेलते हैं तो देख भी लेंगे। इजी पीजी, उसका तो वैसे ही वर्ल्ड फाइनल होती कब का खत्म हो गया, अब उसका तो नया सीजन आएगा अब। I got the Tara skin yesterday. Me too. सबसे बेस्ट टूर्नामेंट वैलोरेंट CS:GO के होते हैं। वाह 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 वाह, ऐसे सबसे बेस्ट टूर्नामेंट फिर PUBG के होते हैं, महंगे बिल्कुल एकदम full on paisa. Me who started predicting on day 2 didn't predicted on day 1. Can I still get skin? Yeah, sure, why not? I have shown the things. Like you can still get 1000 and 100 points. Like for each MVP you get 100 points. So it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 3 more. That means 11 matches are remaining and 11 MVP will be there, and for each MVP you are getting 100 points for sure. So that means easy peasy 1000 points. Even if your all the answers are wrong, then also it's very easy to get to the thousands.
For me, Gene is just such a strong brawler on this map, whether it's the vision gear that enables you to just have so much info on your opponents, or just the pool, you know, and the magic buffs as well on knockout.
Bro is voting MVP, you can get a skin. Yes.
We'll see a Griff and a Gus picked up by
But if you want that skin and all the rewards early, then try to get the correct composition and win early on. Otherwise, very easy to get the rewards this time. As compared to the previous one, this time it's very easy. Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina and lost to Poland today. It's very messy situation with Argentina. Argentina is like, साले मुझे क्यों तोड़ा? इसमें मुझे क्यों तोड़ा? Warzone 2.0 is coming on phones. Yes, Warzone is also coming. Graphics are quite good as seen on MythPad's new video, and let's see how it goes. अब देखो भाई, उनने जो वीडियो बनाया जो खेला वो उनने उधर के सर्वर पे खेल रहे हैं। बात यहाँ पे इंडियन सर्वर की होगी, इंडियन सर्वर में कैसे चलता है। अदरवाइज कहने के लिए तो ब्रॉल स्टार्स इज ऑल्सो अ गुड गेम, लेकिन हमारे लिए तो पॉटी स्टार्स है ना। It's a potty starts for us because it is not working that much good because there is no server. आलू टिक्की, अरे ये कल का ही फॉर्मेट क्यों लग रहा है जी? कल भी ऐसे ही हुआ था। आलू टिक्की अपोनेंट टीम ने ली थी, यहाँ भी इस टीम में जो था जीन जो था वो बढ़िया खेल रहा था, वो सेम वही लग रहा है। बस यहाँ पर इस बार पाइपर की जगह बी है अपोनेंट टीम में। ओ ओ ओ ओ ओ, ओ। Nice. Good one. Good one. Good one.
Next, and it's only Loco left in a 1v2. Is he gonna go for it? He is indeed. Can he make it work? He gets one. Does he get this?
Oh no.
He's gonna shut him down.
GG's. Good one.
Brilliant attempt here from Loco.
Ah.
1v2, but
Reload time, bros.
unfortunately for Zest, and that is gonna be some lost utility.
Gene OP, guys.
But surely he's still fairly close to his next super.
Almost clutch, yeah. Reload time, bro. Reload, reload, reload.
Cannot afford to overextend.
It's been the theme this entire match. Zest, they look so good, but they need to get some wins here, and they have to turn things around because if
Aloo Tikki is not that much OP if
it's gonna be a match point in
the matches are so much open.
situation for Zest. Still though, they have to find some
He is using extra superstar power.
isolated. He has that tick super ready to go at a moment's notice. Drage also has a
Oh, nice one.
As soon as that poison starts closing things in, he's gonna be ready to use it. He's also ready to grab things through walls, and Loco and Alonso have to make sure they don't get pushed back too far.
Yeah, they always need to be careful now as the gas is gonna
Gas is coming in now.
taking a little bit of damage. Gonna place down the tick head. Is it gonna be enough for Drake to take it down? He falls. That is a huge kill as Lena is next in line, and it's only Tom in a 1v3 finds one. Can he
Ah.
No, he won't. And this time around, it is gonna be Loco to close it out. 1-1 in this game.
यार जैसे एक सेट तो जीतो, अरे एक तो जीतता ही है. जेस तो यही तो कर रहा है, एक सेट तो जीतता ही है भाई. बाकी का पता नहीं.
Once again, no one has his super too, but he's got to get some brawlers in closer range in order to make use of it, and he has to be careful about the looming threat of Drake. He could be anywhere inside of these bushes.
तीनों के सुपर चार्ज हैं.
Gradually push him back. Meanwhile, Loco, he's going to be careful about moving too close.
सभी के सुपर चार्ज हैं. तीनों के नहीं, सभी के सुपर चार्ज हैं भाई.
Going to be pushing in spite of that defensive play. Drake also has a super ready to go. It's the same situation as last time, but now we have to see the pull. Oh, it was a bait. Drake the super.
और बचा लिया. जीन ने बचा लिया उसको.
Oh my goodness, the teamwork on track to make it work. But a beautiful strategy from
गुड वन. जीन ने बचा लिया उसको आलू टिक्की के सुपर से.
connects on
हाँ, नाइस.
and disaster strikes for Zest as Stripe Gaming have the man advantage to close it out. No one in a
हाँ, जीजीस.
not a chance. It's gonna be match point for the boys in red.
We talked about it. Pressure, it is absolutely mounting. There is no other way about it, but we see it in the gameplay too. Drage, he flashed his super to bait the tick super out so it couldn't block the pull. Genius stuff, but also something that only works when your opponent is nervous enough to make a trigger-happy mistake like that. Let's see it though. Tribe Gaming EU, they're at match point. Zest, they have to rise up to the
वसीम भी आया हुआ है.
win this and push us to get another match point in order to get a set victory.
This is the final
This time they are playing so much aggressive. इस बार बहुत aggressive खेल रहे हैं लोग.
because they cannot afford to lose either of the next two games of this.
And this is how you should play with the आलू टिक्की.
They have good control.
बहुत ही aggressive भाई. पूरा area cover कर दिया है.
Range a bit isolated as well.
Oh!
Pick up from Tom
Okay.
as pulls Loco with a beautiful trade out to Drage, and that leaves things open in a 2v2. Then now his shield expires, and it should more or less even things out. However, two supers available on Zest could be quite significant. Tom and
Ah, oh, 300 health.
but can they take him down?
And he's down.
Interesting gadget choice as well as Lena is gonna desperately try to 1v2. Lena breaking open the walls now as
Ah,
Too many
nope.
angles, too many passes.
आलू टिक्की मरा तो गेम ओवर. अरे आलू टिक्की बचा लिया भाई.
Take
That's the way to actually play this game. Aloo Tikki controlling the whole area.
Still need to get a couple.
Aloo Tikki just controlling the whole area is the... Oh, nice.
Bought the gadget to get that kill shot onto Loco, and now already it's a 2v3.
Oh.
This is not looking good for Zest as we speak. They can afford to lose this round. But
No,
well, here it comes.
Aloo Tikki OP.
And now it's evened out to a 2v2.
wow, beautiful stuff. Lena with an overextension.
Nice.
Connects again from Drage, and he has been on point on that gene. 2v1, no one has the DPS to turn this around, but it is going to be a struggle, especially as he has no walls to easily heal back, and the gene is constantly able to
एक गेम वो जीतते हैं, दो गेम ये जीत लेते हैं यार.
but he does go down. Tribe Gaming EU, all they need is this round, and they'll be qualifying for the quarterfinals.
Well, on the side of Zest, for what it's worth, they have 3 supers to work with. Loco's going to go for a silence, missed super onto Lena. Drage also has a super of his own. He has that pull ready to go, but no one can block it, so he's going to try and play aggressive. Drage might try and block it out, or rather bait it out once again. No one is going to pop it. That gadget's on cooldown. Not too much of a concern for the guy. Drage is too far away to be dealt with. Alonso still, he has that looming threat of a tick super too, but just like we've seen before, Tribe, they gradually...
Oh, he's low. Oh, got saved.
There by Tom, but we still find ourselves in a 3v3. The poison is a looming threat, though.
Yeah, that tree super advantage has shifted around. Now we have tree on the side of Tribe. Who is gonna take the game and potentially the match here? As Tribe are still in a good position. Let's see if Zest can even get out of that spawn position. They are starting to move back towards the mid. Eventually, the gas will force them to. Alonso is very low HP. Some good tanking from Loco to keep him up as the thick head comes in. Connection out.
And oh, nice.
One kill, 2 kills, 1v1, no one.
No.
Finds the kill. Zest are not.
It was a match point, but nope, denied. Still, one more match will go on now.
Another set goes all the way.
Zest, they refuse to go down without a fight, without at least one game
Why?
to their name. And no one, I don't think anyone said, well, maybe no one himself, right? But no one saw this coming. Zest, they got to get one more game victory in here to push us to a set number 4, and hopefully on their side, go for the reverse sweep.
Not with fart. Be audience में. अरे अरे अरे.
To a match point on the side of Tribe Gaming EU.
Not a nice shot. B is down.
Shots down, no one on the left hand side.
Nice.
Alonso not in the best position either. Loco also getting isolated on the right hand side. It's
Nice.
not
Very low,
what
very
they
low.
wanted. They really wanted to hold on to that momentum, but that's not gonna be an option anymore. 2 supers on both sides. Doubt they will be using them here as they really want to transfer them over to
Okay, cool.
next round. Tribe Gaming EU again. This is their shot at the quarterfinals. They need just a single round.
Ultimate match point here for Tribe Gaming EU. Just
Oh, wasted. Super wasted.
they need. Each kill here could be permanent for the rest of the world finals. There's the poll that we
वाह,
need to see.
नहीं. Oh, बच गया. Dredge बच गया.
That's a huge blunder there by Drage. Thankfully for him, he's able to stay alive. Here comes another super, and down goes Leno.
Okay.
Down goes
Cool,
Leno.
cool. Oh,
Down with the
nice.
smoke, and it's just Loco versus the world.
Loco in the 1v2 of his career.
Waiting for the poison clouds.
Turn it around. Or is this where Zest falls? They fought brilliantly and they can be
Just they don't need to give super.
already 3 games of Tribe Gaming. The number 1
Poison.
in EMEA. But this is going to be an incredible challenge for Loco. I don't know if there is much of a chance at all, but he's going to give it his all either way. Does have the music.
Hey, hey. GG's. Try moving on to the semis now.
For the quarterfinals.
Tribe Gaming EU, a dominating team throughout the year, and a dominating team in the World Finals as well. Celebrations all around on the Tribe bleachers. And a
चल नुबड़ा
great
ओटिस.
victory for the
वाह
Gamers.
वाह वाह वाह.
Not without some spots in there. A game victory in each set for Zest, despite a 3-0 match record. That's got to be something that they are proud of. Number 3 seed in LATAM South. No one expected them to be bringing out this kind of performance, and yet they stood up to the Titans. They gave it their best shot, and they got some game victories as well.
Man, there was not all that much in it, considering it's a 3-0.
Yeah.
It does not do Zest justice. They performed incredibly well today, and they can be very proud of all that they achieved. Look at that one. Beautiful
Oh,
as well.
man.
Nearly taken home, just a little bit in it. But Tribe, they remain ice cold and unmoved here, as Zest did throw a little bit of a wrench in their plans here and there, catch them off guard multiple times, especially in those first games of the sets. But in the end, Tribe able to just
100 points. जिसको चाहिए जाओ भाई MVP सिलेक्ट करो किसी को भी और 100 points ले लो.
Absolutely, and I think Adam,
Easy peasy.
the name of the game here today because you adapt to things that
3 अकाउंट में मिल गई स्किन. बढ़िया भाई. अटया मनु को मिल गए points. Oh my god. अरे एक तो कोई भेड़िया देखने गया था ना. कौन देखने गया था आज? मनु भेड़िया. दो भाई रिव्यू दो.
This is the 2019 of the roster. Seriously showing why he's
बाप रे बाप, 3
I mean,
अकाउंट इतना पसंद है क्या गेम? I don't know bro. Some people have more than 5-6 accounts.
and Lena to pop off most of the time, but he's always there, always performing, and our MVP does go to Drage. He performed brilliantly in the 2 first sets, and honestly, even in the third, those gene pools were violent, true in and true out. The 17-year-old British player was yet again a great performance, as we'd expect from Tribe Game.
extremely impressive, and also laying to rest any concerns about a maybe inconsistent roster as well. As we move towards the end of the year, they started getting very, very dominant, and even versus a team like Zest, admittedly, they did lose 3 games overall across all of those sets. But I think we can really chalk that up to a strong showing from Zest. But as far as tomorrow, I mean, we still got to find an opponent for them, sure. But I expect a strong showing from this team.
Yeah, it did not feel like Tribe were, struggling, to be fair. It felt like Zest were just a much fiercer opponent than most of us have anticipated. It does mean that 2 out of our 3 LATAM South teams are now officially out. There's 1 left, and you guys can see on the screen who they're facing.
It is
Out of 16, how many? Only 3 players roster on the...
what the outcome of this match is, and hopefully win some in-game rewards.
And the answer is
At the end of the road as well.
3. 3 is the right answer.
Is the place to go. Place your predictions, interact with the stream. You saw the predictions on stream earlier.
Hello Manas Kumar Biswas, कैसे हो? Welcome back.
That's what the people said, and it's what you can say too. If you
मस्त
head on over to the platform and vote
फायर गेम प्ले देखने मिलेगा अब.
to this next
Yeah, Zeta time.
Zeta Division 0 versus Chazmag Gaming BR, and we've already said goodbye, as you mentioned, to 2 of those teams from LATAM South. This is second seed from LATAM South in form of Chazmag Gaming BR. Do you think they have what it takes to stay in the competition and continue to represent this region?
Man, it's a tough one because there's so much on the line. I mean, not only is it the last LATAM South representative at the World Finals, but their sister team, Chazmag Gaming EU, the same
And
right?
Zeta Division 0 got 85% once again. मैं CMG को सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ. अरे 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 क्या बात है.
Of the World
चेस में गेमिंग
for both LATAM South
स्किन आ गया. अरे क्या बात है. डार्क डेविल कॉन्गो
one for Chazmag here because Zeta
इस गेम एंड तक 900 ओपी
Right? Zeta Division 0, let's talk
1000 कंप्लीट.
It's been a pretty good World Finals.
लगता है मनु जीत जाएगा इस दिन. अरे वो तो सबको मिल जाएगी भाई.
Asia region overall, Zeta
इस
Division
बार का
0
काफी इजी है
them to
इस
the
चीज
stage
को
and all the teams as
एक्वायर
well.
करना.
Let's hand it over to Damascus.
Et il fallait bien qu'on aille dans la foule, il y a beaucoup de bruit, est-ce qu'on est chaud Paris? Il y a du bruit, un premier match, un bon premier match, c'est l'heure de lancer le deuxième match. On a eu la Division 1 qui a gagné hier dans un clash des mêmes organisations et c'est l'heure pour la deuxième équipe, pour leurs collègues. Ils ont 2 champions du monde dans leur équipe. Un max de bruit pour Zeta Division 0!
Yo.
Zeta Division 0, represented by Tensai, Achabi, and Kuru. 2 world
Still should have been on 3 points.
champions on their team.
Wow.
This being Tensai,
नहीं नहीं
Achabi,
वाह
extremely mechanically skilled players and legends in the Brawl Stars
भाई.
for good reason.
अगर अच्छी स्किन होती ना, if that skin is actually good like previous one कैट बटलर जैसी और 3000 में होती तब भी चलता. इस बार की स्किन तो ना 400 वाली भी नहीं है. फ्री में ही देना चाहिए सबको, भेज देना चाहिए. बोले देखो ना देखो, लो रख लो स्किन. इतनी टट्टी स्किन बनाई है हमने, बस बनानी थी इसलिए बना दी. नाम भी रेज क्विट है, देख के ही रेज आ जाता है. जैसी वाली बहुत बढ़िया थी. हाँ वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, जैसी वाली स्किन जैसे अगर कुछ होते और वो 3000 में भी होती ना, तब उसको करने में मजा आता. लेकिन ये वाली स्किन के लिए तुम 3 क्या 100 भी बोलो तो बहुत ज्यादा है. ये कुछ काम की नहीं है.
On a vu Chazmag Gaming EU hier, il en reste un représentant de Chazmag Gaming. Cette fois, c'est l'Amérique du Sud. Le Brésil, c'est le pays le plus représenté dans ces finales avec 8 joueurs et Chazmag Gaming qui est un peu le dernier espoir. Un max de bruit, s'il vous plaît, pour Chazmag Gaming do Brasil!
Tufa, Pekka, and Firecrow. Edinho also in the back. ready in case, you know, in another match they want to swap, as they do have a 4-player roster. They are the second seed in Latin South. They did play the World Finals.
Omega Box Daredevil will also be free, right?
Got top
Yeah.
4, didn't quite qualify for
Zeta will win 3-0.
They did win 2 monthly finals.
मुझे नहीं लगता पता है क्यों उनको अप डाउन खेलने में बड़ा मजा आता है
Team with a lot of accomplishments and a lot of experience on the international.
सीएमजी की वाली टीम ओपी है हाँ पिछले बार काफी एग्रेसिव खेले थे
As you mentioned, being
यही तो बहुत ज्यादा वो जो इसको थम्स डाउन दिखा दिया था ना इनकी टीम को बहुत ज्यादा एग्रेसिव हो गया था वही बंदा मतलब मेरे को थम्स डाउन कैसे दिखाया रुको बेटा मैं आ रहा हूँ
well, he's going to be taking his place. Pekka, an addition early this year, has been a complete powerhouse on this roster, leading them to victories in numerous monthly finals in their home region. However, how will they be able to stay
इंड्स है ये पिछले ईयर का हाँ इंड्स वाले बंदे
dominant region in the world with both Zeta teams qualifying?
Have you seen Lex? I saw him sitting in audience. Yeah, most of the creators are there. Lex है और क्या नाम उसका
Worlds 2022 as Kuru for
क्या नाम है भाई बहुत सारे लोग हैं यार
and then Pekka for CMG.
ज्यादातर जितने भी क्रिएटर्स हैं वो हैं उधर
It's going to be their first World Final, so maybe a little bit more.
टायरेंट नूमड़ा थम्स डाउन दिखाया था
Very surrounded, as we said. I mean, last year, Tensai and Champi, they got first place. They are literally our current world champions. But then, Fine Crew and Tufa, they still place top 4, so not all that far behind. This is going to be a fun match for sure, and no matter what, those guys, they always somehow manage to perform on the big stage.
Well, from the perspective of Zeta Division Zero here, right? Let's talk about them. Tensai and Achapi, they don't have Shtetapo on that roster anymore. And when we put those two teams head to head, which one usually wins? Zeta Division Zero, they've taken 3 monthly finals in their region. The remaining 4 do go to Zeta Division 1. I mean, it's a lead by 1 monthly final. While it might just seem like taking a win over them, there are no slouches as well.
राजीव मनु भेड़िया कैसी लगी
They did pretty well.
जेटा में इतना बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं
Just a little bit. That said, I think there's a clear underdog in this matchup.
लैग
Division Zero, a lot of people.
कौन सा लैग भाई
You and I predicted them to win. I wonder what the people on event.brawlstars.com
who don't react opponent should lose
just a moment. First, we gotta talk about our
who
first
don't respect opponent should lose
Here's the prediction. Oh, another 15 to 85.
Yeah, very one-sided for sure, and I don't blame you guys. I absolutely don't blame
बता भाई मनु भेड़िया जैसी लगी
They're a little bit closer, for sure. I mean, Champsbank, yes, they are the underdogs, but they've also proven in the past that many times when they were the
ओटिस
underdogs,
आते हुए
and it's not like it
अपनी
happened
बोटीज
once,
लेके
it's happened multiple
मैप
times
के
in the
अंदर
past, so they've proven that they
सुपर
might not,
बीच
be that much of an underdog anymore. Our bands are lined up. It's going to be Janet, B, and Buster on the side of
मनु उतना भी अच्छा नहीं था
and Squeak. First pick
उतना भी बुरा नहीं था ठीक ठाक था
Especially because you can see what's
ये क्या था भाई
on the other side, and that's something that you want to be preparing yourself for when you have
तुम मनु भेड़िया देख के आ गए क्या
last pick. Here's the penny, and this
वरुण धवन ने ओवर एक्टिंग की होगी एज यूजुअल
quite a bit in popularity.
उसका तो काम ही चाहिए है
You know, while it
उसकी सबसे बढ़िया एक्टिंग सिर्फ अभी तक मुझे बदलापुर में लगी है
be for Zeta Division
सही बता रहा हूँ बदलापुर में बढ़िया एक्टिंग करी थी
33% win rate in Brawl Ball, which is a
उसके अलावा मुझे ऐसी कोई मूवी याद नहीं आती जिसमें मुझे लगे कि हाँ भाई बहुत ही अच्छी एक्टिंग करी है
well, a distinct advantage.
पता नहीं क्यों
How do you compare the regions to each other? I'd say it's apples to oranges. We got to see what brawlers come out next. It's going to be Stu, actually, from Zeta Zero, and probably will offer some good options to break open walls.
Yeah, I mean, there's few brawlers as mechanical as this two, and Tensai and the rest of Zeta Division Zero know that they can abuse it, try to just, you know, out-mechanic their opponents, make them look powerless. That is going to be the goal. for
नवाज भाई थे
Zeta
उसमें
Zero. Let's see
इसलिए
what
गलती से हो गई थी अच्छी एक्टिंग
and
ऐसा क्या
gotta find some answers
कोई
to
ओवर
here
एक्टिंग नहीं
with
किया
that penny and that Stu.
अब ये मत बोलना एक्टिंग ही नहीं किया
A whole other level of
सब
aggression.
ग्राफिक्स वालों ने सीजीआई में निकाल दिया
I'm very
ऐसा था क्या
curious what they wanna,
सभी सीन में सिर्फ सीजीआई में निकल गए
if they maybe want to go, you know, something like a Poco, maybe a bit more rare nowadays, like a Byron could still catch them off guard. It's just something we don't see a whole lot anymore, but it could still be enough
लगता है
to
राजदीप का
slow
फेवरेट
down,
एक्टर है
especially
बुरा
when
मान गया
you initially
हे
spawn
हे
really
हे
close to your opponent's goal. That can be very dangerous.
अरे कोई बात नहीं यार कृति सेनन को थोड़ी हम कुछ बोल रहे हैं
And it's gonna
हम
be
तो
the
वरुण
match.
भैया को बोल रहे हैं
Healing, they'll go for more more speed.
सुपर
so
बीच
spend less
बाउंटी में
time
आता है
doing that,
ओपी.
so you need less healing.
I really expected to see a Gale here actually, but I understand why you would want to be comparing that max speed. Yeah, and here's a Gale response. I mean, I think really the discussion on Chazmat Gaming's BR side internally on those comms had to be, how do you guys feel about facing Gale here? You don't mind? Okay, cool. We'll pick max, right? Because with a tank such as this, there's really one best counter. When it comes
नशे
to
कर रहे हैं टेक्निकल टीम वाले. अरे सस्ते नशे भाई.
it's Gale, dude. You lock that ball.
जब मूड बन जाता है कुछ भी मैप दिखा दो.
That ball for a full 36 seconds or so.
इस बार तो फिर भी ये लोग टाइम से कर रहे हैं भाई. पिछले बार का क्या ही इनने घटिया तरीके से किया था. 6 घंटे चली थी भाई स्ट्रीम. 6 घंटे. 12 बजे से शुरू हुआ था, शाम को 7 बजे तक भी खत्म नहीं हो पाया था.
Because it can be a supreme game changer.
Well, Tupa's movement's been near flawless so far, but not able to really find all that much positioning. An opening kill inside of Zeta Division 0. Karuk going in onto Fire Crow, and Tensai nearly finishes the job as well. Not quite though. And Bull is still very close to that middle line. Tensai and Karuk both taking
Oh, nice.
a beating there. And Pekka initiating that Bull towards the right side as Tufa is looking for some opportunities, but he knows that Tensai has that super. It's not quite going to be a stun, and he goes in onto a chappy that should be the kill. A bit of a miss there, and gets away with nothing there as Guru will fall to Fire Crow, but there is a potential push coming in from Zeta Division 0.
Suboptimal there from Chazmat Gaming BR, just a bit of a blunder, but nothing they cannot recover from. A little speed in, though, is not going to be met with much in response from Zeta Division 0. They have that very threatening super from Tensai. Also, with so many walls broken open, Cruz is going to have a little bit more movement, but Fire Crow can still operate at range. Not going to be too much of an issue, though. Cruz dashing right back up to Pekka to try and get rid of him. Tufa, though, is still a looming threat on the right side, certainly getting some trouble to a choppy and positioning, but not too much to offer in terms of damage. It looks like that turret moves up just a little bit more. Zeta Division 0, they're playing this game slow and controlled. They intend on continuously pushing that line of offense closer and closer to Chazmak's goal. But Chazmak Gaming, they can respond just as fast with a little bit of speed and a little bit of a guy called Ash.
Yeah, that missed mute from Fire Crow also just disrupts the potential.
गुरु सोलो में स्पिनिंग प्रैक्टिस करता है लगता है. लॉल.
If that is gonna
उसकी मूवमेंट पैनी ना बन बैन करके गलती की.
is gonna get that stun down. Tufa
ओ अरे भाई.
as well. That comes through. Fire
Okay.
Crow to splash to get Kuru out of position, but he's dashing in and out, and
नहीं 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 नहीं.
eventually does get caught by Fire Crow. Chance maybe for Pekka. He's going for it. Let's see if he can get it in.
ओ गोल.
Pekka
नाइस. गुड वन.
through the entire team of Zeta Division 0, and surely that should be the first game. 5 seconds left. Is there a chance?
नो देयर इज नो चांस.
And Chazmak,
ना.
they'll be taking
इम्पॉसिबल.
You could see the nasty plot forming in the guy's head from a mile away.
ये सुपर क्यों नहीं यूज किया. टेंस है मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. सुपर यूज ही नहीं किया उसने. जब वो बिल्कुल पहुंच गया गोल पोस्ट के पास तब जाके सुपर यूज किया उसने.
Such a powerhouse now, and to take that first game off of Zeta Division 0 is such a statement, but we also saw it with the previous underdog match, right? We cannot call the match just
कुछ ज्यादा ही ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस हो गए थे क्या लोग कि भाई 2 लोग तो हैं बचा ही लेंगे. टपका ही देंगे मैक्स को तो हम.
So having significantly more trouble than he did in that first game, now brought down to a 2v3, but soon to be a 3v3 once more as Pekka resumes his position on that left lane.
अब साफ करो बैठ के. लॉल. अरे अरे भाई 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 भाई.
CMG if they're not careful on the side of Zeta, but they defuse that push quite efficiently. Let's see if they can hold it up as Tensai does get muted. He goes down. Guru in a tough positioning goes down too, but that burn onto Pekka keeps him too low to really attempt any sort of push. That means that for now, Zeta Division are still in the clear, but Pekka has that super, and we saw earlier how quickly things can escalate.
Well, talk about quickness. Here comes Pekka around the left side. He's got some bad intentions. Oh, no, he's going for it. Well, it pays off, at least in the form of 1 kill. Choppy's going to attempt to play it defensive with this ball. Good kill as well on Pekka. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you can only get away with one time a match. Tufa, he also had an idea of going for that ball, but Kuru respawned just in time. He does have his rage meter filled all the way up. It's going to peter off a little bit, but he does get the speed feedback from Pekka. Now looks for positioning, has to be cautious of Tensai because that is his biggest counter. And here comes a little bit of damage from Fire. Kuru continues to charge forward, taken down in close range by Pekka. It's now down to a 3v2, a choppy. He could get close in here if he's not careful. Great stun. Tensai with a fire up towards the top side, still gets taken down. Got to see the pass of the Fire Girl, maybe something up to do, but everything's closed in. A team wide, and it's a goal for Chazmak.
Wow, Chazmak, they scored again, and Zeta Division Zero need to start being really careful if they still want to stand a chance in that first set. There's 30 seconds left, and they're still short a goal.
Tufa around the right side. He's gonna opt to corner this one and play a little bit more defensive. He knows how guarded a choppy can be on his in lane, but thankfully here's the lane swap. Tensai also cycles out of super that way. Tufa charged right in. What was he expecting to get hit right in the face by the super? Certainly. Pekka though is still getting super aggressive. There's a kill blowing right through Tensai. A choppy falls shortly after. It's just Tufa versus Kuru, and he's gonna be approaching this goal with nothing but bad intentions. Corner in the ball. There it is. You pick Gale. You expect to corner the ball yourself, and he'll show you how it's done with the Ash. Amazing play. Really the last thing I expected here, but when we look at the stats, it's the weakest mode for Zeta Zero and Chazmak Gaming BR. Man, did they show these guys up.
I mean, how often do you just, corner up the ball in your opponent's side of the map? Beautiful stuff from Chazmak Gaming, and what an explosive start here to this round of 16 match. Zeta Division Zero challenged off the bat, but as you mentioned, Global is, arguably a better mode for Chazmak. So they had the matchup here. I think their draft definitely was a surprising one, and they popped off. They popped off, and just look at the energy from Chazmak. Pekka, amazing max performance against the Zetas themselves, and that's coming from a rookie, a first-timer here at the World Finals. Phenomenal stuff off the bat from Chazmak.
You just gotta be worried when they pick a Max and an Ash, and you can absolutely go for a Gale yourself. They know something that you don't, and what Chazmak Gaming BR knows as well, how to get a whole lot of kills. But it seems like Kuru also tuned into those lectures as well, because the guy's looking pretty clean with some kills on his side. However, kills, they're not the objective here, right? It's brawl, ball. You put the ball in the goal. It's not that simple. However, Chazmak Gaming BR sure make it look that way.
Yeah, I know you're American. We know how football works over here in the MEA in Paris. Just kidding. But yeah, you're right though. Playing the objective is key, and as we are moving on here to Heist, it's gonna be key as well. It's taking a very long time actually to really develop the meta and the main strategies for this game mode. It used to be more focused on getting kills, and then it was more about keeping control and getting some chip damage on save, a bit more slow of an approach. But yeah, as we can see from the bans, there are some crazy options available at the moment in Heist, and Buzz is definitely one of them that is going to be banned out here by Zeta Division Zero, as well as the Ems and the Barley. Chazmak banning out Buster, Gale, and Carl. First pick for Zeta Division. Let's see what they go for.
Well, they have banned out Barley, so that is one major thing eliminated for them. Here's Ruffs, and well, I guess you can play the Ruffs like a choppy. There it is. I mean, it's in the Rise Up to the Top song. Like, what were you really expecting from the dude? Response, however, not going to be Barley. It is banned out. There are abundant ways to deal with it, but Carl has also been banned out. Penny, maybe something, but anything that can pierce through those sandbags is going to be quite viable for forcing him to run the second gadget instead. Still, a lot of other simply good options that you can go for here. A lot of things that Chazmak Gaming BR could go for. They can get creative here with a couple of picks on their side.
Yeah, definitely plentiful of options, and Rico is definitely one I love. I feel like Rico is still in a really good place. Bouncy Castle is one of the stronger gadgets in...
बोलो भाई, क्या बोल रहे म्यूट है? अरे भाई कॉल पे बात होती, तुम लोग क्या करोगे सुन के? अंडा टूट गया, उसमें चूजा निकल गया, वो सुन के क्या करोगे तुम? फिर जीटा सुपर सैयन मोड दिखाएगी, देखते हैं। मैं पहले ही बोला था, जो लोग बोल रहे थे भाई 3-0 से जीतेगी, ना भाई जीटा ऐसा नहीं खेलती है। ये वाली जीटा ऐसी है जो 1-2 हारती है फिर जीतती है, ऐसा चलता रहता है इनका, अप डाउन अप डाउन अप डाउन, ऐसा रेगुलर नहीं जीतती है।
issue once he got buffed. We saw him a lot in Heist, not very successful most of the time, but teams have really figured out how to bring the most out of that brawler.
And I mean, talk about min-maxing here, just to get some good value out of that gadget, use it to counter out the rough specs. You can throw down that shot right on top of the Colonel rough specs, take him out pretty easily, unless of course they're placed around
You
the
have
corner.
so much DPS with
CMG ड्राफ्टिंग अच्छा कर रही है.
sandbags.
It's the thing, I said the thing.
अरे अरे पपीटा ले लिया भाई, पपीटा.
I wasn't about to say it today because it kind of fell flat on his face yesterday, but I'm a big fan of the Nita here. Now, what I'm not a fan of is how it's going to interact with Otis and how it's going to interact with Rico. And yeah,
I don't see it. I didn't see it yesterday for Stalwart versus Team Queso.
पपीता ओपी. अरे yeah, पपीता ओपी guys.
I'm gonna be honest. I have more faith in Zeta Division Zero.
भाई ये जेटा स्टारवर्ड के गेम प्ले देख कर आई है के.
I don't know. I'm never convinced by the need, at least not in
एक
recent
सेकंड को.
meta. I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked. And Zeta Division Zero, they have the capability to do so for sure.
well, there is a wall break possibility. You can max speed into the enemy base. Maybe. I think really the big story here is that Nita, she's here expressively to counter out a tank as a last pick from Chazmat Gaming BR, which is very, very threatening. There's not a single tank counter on the side of Zeta Division Zero with the exception of Nita. And while she might be the number one that comes to mind when you think of tank counters, she farms supers off of them so easily. She gets them in 4 or 5 shots. It can be really, really easy looking when you get down to it when it's played properly. Here's a spike though, and I think really every single one of these brawlers is going to be fairly good versus Nita. The only exception in my mind is Otis because
बुल लेना चाहिए CMG को. भाई स्पाइक ओपी. भाई टीम तो तगड़ी ली रखी है दोनों ने ही. अब कैसा कॉम्बिनेशन यूज होता है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा. जीत गए CMG अभी. डिपेंड करता है भाई कॉम्बिनेशन के ऊपर.
Can be quite scary if they get too close or don't have a clear angle. Let's find out though as we jump into the second set.
एक चीज तो है, ओटिस और उसका सुपर भाई बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट कर रहा है टीम्स को.
Takes quite a bit of damage. Tensai is
पैका बेस्ट लैटम प्लेयर है, प्रोज बोलते हैं.
towards that save. Is going to get pinched. Should be going down here.
Oh,
Actually gets a
oh,
bonus
bhai,
castle
what?
off and-
Oh,
my God,
bhai.
Chappie does shut him down, but still some damage done there as it is a 2-on-2. Chappie heading towards that save. Let's see how this one plays out as Kuru also gets into a good angle on the left side.
Choppy on the right side, he's making sure to go.
Nice.
Here's the bear, it's going right over that wall, and now it's Tooth and Pekka's problem with the faux fur. It's taking so much damage, and now with all the
Oh, yeah.
with all the shots
Good
coming
one.
out, Tensai and Kuru get to commit fire. Kuru's
Oh, finally they got the control of the middle. सेव उड़ा दे भाई. तोड़ दिया, तोड़ दिया. Oh, not that much chance.
Find themselves on defense. They could have some troubles. Tensai has to get close to these guys and give them some speed so they don't get locked into their spawn. Already so much damage is flying.
Oh, finish each other off.
Trade is not going to be too bad for either side. Opening up the walls here as well on the left-hand side is huge for Kuru, as Pekka now does not have nearly as good of a position anymore and is forced to fall back, concede a large amount of map control. A great super from Tuba as well, and Chappie has nowhere to go. Surely they punish him, and yeah, eventually the curveball catches him, and that is going to be the chance to get some damage on safe lead now in favor of Chasmek. Not a big one, but a dangerous one.
भाई चिपका दिया सुपर.
Left side, Tensai is also hiding behind this this obstacle. Little trade out there on the mid lane. Pekka still trying to body block as best as he can.
Very nice.
15 seconds left for Chazmat Gaming BR to return.
भाई डैमेज देना पड़ेगा इनको. डैमेज देना पड़ेगा.
Dodging out the safe. He needs
और उसने डाल दिया अपना सुपर.
the super. It's not going to be enough. They need a lot of damage. Pekka's going to have a lot to offer as well.
60
The enemy safe well. Chazmat Gaming BR pulls ahead.
and they win.
Best to defend, but there's no response.
They win.
And Chazmat Gaming BR take a third game in a row.
Goodness, Chasmek are on fire. They were behind for the vast majority of that game, and yet the last couple of seconds they turn it around. I think Kuru on the right hand side was just doing Tufa on the right hand side was doing a fantastic job on this spy, getting tons of value, and just that positioning was key in unlocking things further on. Let's see if we see a second set in the hands of Chance.
नाइस,
If Zeta Division
ये
0
ज्यादा जरूरी है भाई।
Well, already some good damage flying in.
97।
Tensai and Choppy on the right side.
ओ क्या क्या डॉज कर रहा भाई स्पाइक के।
Super though, but he's outranged by every single one of these brawlers. Still
Ah.
but eventually pinched out by Tufa and Firecrow. Tensai now migrating around the left side, being careful about not giving Tufa the heal. Here it comes, a heal onto Tufa to keep himself alive as well. So Chazbek Gaming BR have taken a hefty amount of damage on their save, and they get to return back to mid, but not without some deep battle scars.
Yeah, a 33% lead is very good on the side of Zeta Division 0.
ओ भाई दिस टाइम बहुत तगड़ा डैमेज दिया है भाई स्पाइक ने,
Ability to retake and turn
और स्पाइक पहुंच चुका है डैमेज देने।
the mid is
87 पहुंचा दिया भाई 3 शॉट में, 13% डैमेज।
damage from two found safe. He is in a tough spot, forced to pop out a gadget. The heal does connect, so he should be able to reset quite nicely as the Chappy is pushing with a bear, and that bear is what really sells Nita.
कम ऑन कम ऑन कम ऑन,
Situation.
अब रश करो, अब रश करो, अब रश करो।
Gonna whip a couple shots, does get a kill in the end. The Chappy is pushing forward with the bear, and the bear is getting.
अरे भेड़ टिक गया, अरे मार भेड़, और मार, और मार, चोपड़ी तोड़ सालेगा।
16%, and Chasmek are way too far behind right now.
Only 16% left on that save, and not a whole lot of time to work with 40 seconds, and the clock is quickly ticking.
अच्छा भी बहुत बढ़िया खेला। हाँ उनकी टीम में वही मेन खेलता भाई, वर्ल्ड चैंपियन टीम में भी वही था मेनली तो।
To offer. Firecrow might be the next to get pinched out here. Little
Okay.
wall break, easy access for Tensai. Just needs to dodge at the last shots from Tufa to confirm the kill.
GG's, come back. Woohoo.
It is going to go to a game number 3 in this set, and they interrupt the win streak of Chazmak Gaming BR.
Chasmak Gaming,
On the side of Chasmek and Zeta, they
कर बॉल
managed to
डॉज कर रहा बताओ। हाँ वो तो
getting their first
इनको प्रैक्टिस हो रखी है भाई इतनी। बॉय
take the set with it in this next one.
इनने वापस लेन चेंज कर लिया, समझ में आ गया इनको कि भाई उस साइड पे इनका रिको इतना बढ़िया काम नहीं कर पा रहा है। दिस साइड इज गुड फॉर रिको।
Connections, a pinch with Firecrow, but a lot of damage from Tensai.
वही है,
And then
मिडिल वन इज आउट।
from the Asian Max down in the mid. Let's see if that positioning can keep getting better and better for Zeta.
Pekka continues to win this right lane matchup as well. Definitely a prudent decision. A little damage from
हाँ फिनिश्ड हिम ऑफ एंड पहुंच गया पैका अपना रिको लेके।
Tensai and Kuru. Here comes the defense from Tufa, and he blocks off this entire lane with his super. Beautifully played and just very well timed. Pekka, meanwhile, has gotten a considerable amount of damage. He even has a super to work with. Choppy takes a little bit of damage, but not enough to take him down. Meanwhile, Tensai also fielding 2 different brawlers attacking him at the same time. And there's a wall break from Kuru on the left side. We saw it much earlier in the game last time. It lent itself to a much faster and more convincing victory by Zeta.
वॉल ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा भाई इसको,
Game like this with a mid-
कुरू को सुपर चार्ज कर करके अपना वॉल ब्रेक करना ही पड़ेगा।
but they're only trailing by a small margin.
Yeah, it's not a lot when it comes to save damage that makes the difference, but it could be enough. We've seen it happen so many times.
भाई रिको बहुत ज्यादा अंदर है,
Dodges on the left hand
रिको को बाहर निकालना जरूरी है वरना ये बहुत मुश्किल होगा। चापी का इस बार तो सुपर भी चार्ज नहीं हुआ एक बार भी।
side gets reset, and that could be the chance that Tufa needs to push up that lane. Firecrow does connect the mute onto Tensai. Is already quite low. I think he will survive it, but not with a whole lot of HP. Kuru does find Firecrow. A Chappy gets the connection on Pekka. Is truly going to be a shot.
और ये पहुंच गया डैमेज देने के लिए भाई, और ये दे आर लूजिंग दिस वन।
Shut down. Pekka a chance to get some more damage on save. Kuru gets caught in the middle of the shot, and that super melts him down even more.
30 seconds remaining।
Smack, but there is still plenty of opportunities in those final 30 seconds for Zeta to turn it around.
Not sure if that was a clean or an absolutely filthy play there by Pekka just moments ago. He still has yet another gadget ready for the...
इस बार चापी को भी सुपर नहीं मिला भाई।
Meanwhile, Tensai...
रिको का यही सबसे बेस्ट स्पॉट है पता है।
He could have a shot. No. Taken down by that curveball from Tufa. A little bit more damage offer here at the end. A Choppy and Guru are going for it, but their safe is melting as we speak. Just 3 seconds left, and it's a surefire victory for Chazmak Gaming BR. They take set number 2.
सेट नंबर 2 ऑल्सो गॉन। जीजी हो गया इस बार भाई। रिको को पिछले उसमें साइड मतलब मैच में उन्होंने राउंड में क्या दिया, उस साइड भेज दिया था ना, तो उनको एडवांटेज मिल गया था। लेकिन उनने वापस से देखा कि यार नहीं भाई इस साइड ज्यादा एडवांटेज मिल रहा है, उन्होंने वापस को स्विच कर दिया। दैट वाज अ गुड मूव।
Against each other, right between the two sister teams. this time around. It seems like Chasmac might
अचापी को उसने भाई सुपर चार्ज करने का मौका ही नहीं दिया.
team of Chasmac Gaming EU that fell against Zeta Division 1 just yesterday in the first match of the World Finals 22. What a performance so far from Chasmac, and I like the risks that were taken by Zeta. Danita brought in here as well, but they did such a good job on Chasmac's side of things to shut it down. We barely saw any barriers. There were just so few, and it's really the selling point.
Zeta eliminated. अरे अभी रुको भाई. अभी भी बाकी है. ये पूरे 5 सेट चले कोई बड़ी बात नहीं हो जाएगी.
Do they really need to take risks in order to get a victory here? Well, we're moving into a very, very consistent mode for Zeta Division 0. Bounty, a 77% win rate, and only 52% win rate on the side of Chasmac Gaming BR. Unfortunate situation. It could be an advantage for Zeta 0.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes down, as this is one they need to turn around. It's been challenging.
एक सेट और है.
So far, Chasmac are looking fierce. They are looking
नहीं भाई Zeta 0 आप demotivated OP.
and they got the first pick here as well. Our manager for later
Let's see.
are gonna be Gene, Penny, and
अगर
Tito.
दूसरी टीम लगातार 2 जीत सकती है तो ये क्यों नहीं लगातार 2 जीत
Paul
सकती है.
and Max.
Liking what we could have possibly as the very first pick, because as Tick is banned out, yep, Janet was the first thing that came to my mind. and it's the
खत्म,
first thing that
टाटा,
came to
बाय
Chasmac's
बाय,
mind
goodbye,
as well.
गया.
Very consistent brawler too, one that can operate pretty well at range, can also throw down a gadget that provides a large area of influence, just a little bit of chip damage that pretty much entirely prevents you from pushing in. A frustrating one to face, one that can also get in super aggressive and steal all of your stars, fly right back out as well. A pretty safe pick, I think, for Chasmac Gaming BR here, and one that doesn't have very clear counters.
Certainly so. Gus is in a really good place at the moment as well. Does just really good against a lot of matchups. Doesn't really have any clear counters or brawlers he absolutely can't deal with. Similar to Janet to that extent, for different reasons though. It's an amazing support brawler, has amazing potential in straight up one.
CMG की drafting on point है.
Just very, very overall as an early
हाँ,
to throw into
वो तो
the
है.
mixes.
They are doing very much good.
Pending here from Zeta
और उनका कॉम्प भी बढ़िया खेल रहा है.
I definitely like Otis just as a pick in general, but Zeta Division 0,
Like they are supporting each other's action. That is what important.
From taking some brawlers that are simply good versus tanks or things that can get in close range that could upset things towards the end. Carl has been banned out by Chasmac Gaming BR. Fang still remains, Buzz still remains. Just anything that can upset things a little bit, but Chasmac still, they have 2 picks in a row that they can go for that counter out tanks and make sure that that kind of situation does not happen.
Well,
अरे भाई वो ले लिया है.
in the mix, and I like
फिर से गस और ऑटिस.
always like Bo. I think especially, you know,
I would like to see the Brock here.
nervous
मुझे तो बड़ा मजा आता है ब्रॉक खेलने में इसमें.
that Brawl Stars has seen in a very, very long time. That can definitely be a challenge to deal with, you know, those bow arrows and get those dodges out. Keep track of the
Synergy भी on point है.
as well. And it's going to be paired with a Gale as the
Gale.
pick on the side of Chasmac Gaming BR. And I don't know exactly what the plan is with the Gale.
CMG का
They are
comp OP.
expecting some, you know, big aggression on the side of Zeta Division 0. I'm probably not the most fond of that idea so far. But let's find out what
Penny लेंगे ये लोग.
Zero's answer
Sprout
is.
लिया है.
It's probably-
Nice.
I think that has a lot of potential to dominate here.
I absolutely agree, and I think particularly versus Gale or Bo, but I think also it's
अरे
gonna be
Penny banned है, lol.
considering that Tufa is going to be breaking open walls pretty effectively.
चीपू भैया बैन थे. कार्ल बैन था.
Which gadget is he actually running here as well? I mean, obviously, no.
आलू
Bo
टिक्की बैन था. जीन बैन था. मैक्स बैन था.
Still, some players have been running Tripwire now as a pretty viable strategy. It's also maybe
चलो
gonna be
लेट्स सी.
more effective to break open walls,
क्या
which would
जीटा
be
डिवीजन
quite
कमबैक
good
कर पाएगी?
versus crew. Really going out on a limb with that one. It's not very popular. We'll have to see what Pekka has to offer. He hasn't dropped down a totem just yet. Maybe it'll be to take some damage from Tensai.
ओ भाई ओ.
Mid matchup though, Tensai's playing very, very patient. Pekka's taking big damage. There's the blue star going the way of Zeta Division 0, and they're getting away safely.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto those Chasmac players, but no kills just yet. Blue Star giving the lead to Zeta Division 0.
Oh my.
Chappie,
Ah.
kill, but gets taken out.
Oh, nice.
From Tensai, taking down Fire Crow, and Kuru blocking out Pekka from accessing the rest of the map. Has to walk all the way around.
ओ भाई क्या कंट्रोल है यार,
Not quite
मानना पड़ेगा.
anything besides forcing him back.
Kuru also baiting out some of these mines. Pekka just looking for anything he possibly can at mid. Tensai is still staying alive here, gradually backing up, just kind of baiting Pekka into that defense. Kuru, meanwhile, is looking for something tricky versus Fire.
Oh, bhai, bhai, bhai.
As well, because he lacks the range. There's the kill as well. I mean, just filthy. That is a matchup at diff, a brawler diff on that lane. And Zeta Zero continue their domination in this game with 45 on the clock.
Nice,
So
nice,
far,
nice.
Gil has been struggling, and I already addressed my doubts regarding that brawler pick here. Let's see if he can redeem himself. Perhaps his mines are going to be placed down. First one diffused already by Kuru, as he's still looking for different angles, and that is going to be a couple more walls out of the picture, meaning Kuru will struggle just a little bit.
Oh,
more.
nice shot.
So far, it's really just been
Nice, nice, nice.
his route.
Oh,
Is rather low HP, but still up. Pekka gets reset on the heal as well. The mute onto Fire Crow and a Chappy. He found the one, but can he stay up? It's looking good for Zeta Division 0 as they
good
get a
comeback.
dominant win
Hey,
first game of Bounty.
The strong one of these
गले लगा कर रख दिया इन लोगों ने.
and the single weakest mode for Chazmat Gaming BR.
और ये फर्स्ट अपसेट इनकमिंग.
Clear cut.
अभी उम्मीद नहीं है भाई मुझे इतनी जल्दी. मैं बोला ना, अभी अगर दूसरी टीम जीत सकती है लगातार, तो ये क्यों नहीं जीत सकते है. इस बार तो कॉम्प भी बढ़िया लिया है, खासकर स्प्रूट जो है भाई साहब, वो गेम चेंजर है फिलहाल के लिए.
The first two sets, they're still only one game away from heading on to a match point. They got
वो भाई घुस गया बंदा.
get there, and already they've gotten so aggressive off the beginning of the game, and they've been punished pretty much not at all. Tufin's going to be picking up that blue star quite easily, and now they aim to continue the aggression. Oh, yeah, little reverse to jump pad there. Not maybe what five. Yeah, what's going on here, Teddy?
Yeah, I think you realize that was just a gadget that just, you know, is not going to be all that useful. It's going to use it to get out of there. Kuru rolls off access.
Oh, nice.
Anyways, a nice connection.
They got the blue star as well.
Skill and Chazmak, they no longer have the lead that picking up the blue star gave them. 2-5, trying to force
Now बहुत लो है, बहुत लो है, मार दे, मार दे. अरे उड़ गया.
Does take it up into the air. Kuru is low, but no overcommitment from 2-5. Firecrow jumps in and
Oh, nice.
Kuru is ready.
Good one, good one.
Things are not looking
This time they are in good control. गेल लेकर.
Not even half bad at all. Zeta Division 0 are looking quite clean, and they have those supers on lock, ready to go at a moment's notice. A choppy, especially on the right side, has the silence. If Pekka even
Oh, nice.
and there's the clean kill on the guy with the full clip to finish him off. Meanwhile, Firecrow, he continues to have some issues on this lane versus Kuru. He's
Oh, बहुत लो, बहुत लो, बहुत लो, बहुत लो, बहुत लो.
super for free with Pekka.
Nice.
Jump pad action as well, but Tufa falls once more. With only 20 seconds left, Chazmat Gaming BR can afford nothing less than a team of
GG's. अरे बेचारे न भाई, स्प्रूट ने तो बैंड बजा दी इन लोगों की, जगह जगह ब्लॉकेज डाल डाल के.
I don't see it happening at this point. 5 seconds left. Firecrow pushing in a stun onto a Chappy.
Oh, ना 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 ना.
Stufa is gonna fly away and Luke
Yeah. 2-1 now.
things around and make the setup.
बोला ना, जीटा के मैचेस देखने में बड़े मजा आते हैं. अप्स एंड डाउन्स. यू कांट एक्सपेक्ट कि बहुत इजी जीत जाए या बहुत इजी हार जाए.
Japanese side of things.
Some sighs, some smiles, some sighs of relief, a little bit of crowd pleasing as well from the side of Zeta Zero as they get the cheers going as well. They are in for the revenge tour after those first couple of sets, and in a dominant way too. Not a single kill on the side of Chazmak.
GG's.
But I think we could say that Chazmat Gaming BR offered a similarly dominant performance when it came to Brawl Ball, which was their more dominant mode as well. The stats, they don't often lie. This is one of those situations. We'll have to see if Zeta Division 0 or Chazmat Gaming BR is favored by the next set. But so far, Zeta 0, they're looking clean on a track record to get back into their usual form.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll see it on the stats in just a second, but
भाई फिफ्थ सेट तक जाना चाहिए कैसे भी. मुझे तो लग रहा है जाएगा, फिफ्थ सेट तक ही जाएगा.
look at him. There's one. I'm saying the kills. It's the kill singular on the side of Chazmat Gaming Bihar.
मैं उनको किल ही नहीं मिला है भाई साहब.
I think that kill pick was a huge mistake. I'm assuming they wanted to prevent, you know, maybe a Daryl or something over aggressive to show up on the final pick for Zeta Division 0, but it didn't show up, and that leaves you open with a guild that has 0 good matchups, that is not good in
Next
RNG,
up
not good
is,
against any
oh
opponent.
भाई, odd zone.
Massive mispick, or at least whatever strategy they had in mind was far from working. They still have a set here to reset and maybe get that 3-1, still cause a massive upset. But after that, if we go to set 5, I mean, that would be really dangerous for Chasmac, and I would start really siding heavily towards Zeta Division 0 taking the whole match.
Oh, totally. I mean, it would also be a complete spectacle to watch, which we always root for out here. We always want to see more brawl.
यहाँ पे एम्बर ओटिस एंड पेनी बैन होना मांगता है.
I've said it once and I'll say it again.
या लेट्स सी क्या लेते हैं इस बार. क्या 2-2 होगा या 3-1 होके मैच खत्म हो जाएगा. एंड दे हैव बैंड क्रो. कौआ भैया बैन हो चुके हैं. ओके पोको पेनी. अरे मैक्स ले लिया गया है. नाइस. चीपू भैया बैन नहीं है. आई कैन गो विद द चीपू. अगर मुझे जाना हो तो आई विल गो विद द चीपू भैया. चिस्क्विक. मनु को टॉयलेट आ गई इतने में. ऐसा क्या? ये पता नहीं क्या करने का जाता है. 2 मिनट में जाता है, फिर 10 मिनट में आता है भाई. Bam, bam, here comes spam.
One I particularly love, but one that has functioned quite all right.
And oh, roofs. Woof, woof, woof.
Get them buffed up, and then suddenly that Pam is going nowhere, really, and trying to camp.
मनु की किडनी खराब है. Oh my God. तो इससे पहले कि पूरी ही खराब हो जाए, क्यों ना हम उसको निकाल के आईफोन ले लें, या फिर कोई भी एप्पल प्रोडक्ट ले लें. आईफोन ही क्यों, कोई भी एप्पल प्रोडक्ट. उतने में 10 किलो एप्पल तो आ ही जाएंगे. खराब भी होगी तब भी. सबको एक एक एप्पल दिया जाएगा भाई, जो जो सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करेगा. That's going to be nice for locking down a lane or perhaps a main entry point into mid. It's going to lose a lot of value once Tinsight breaks open that wall, the sort of block that's on the left side, and it can simply be walked around. So as long as they're careful. Zeta हारी तो Brawl Stars फाइनल एस्टीमेंट जीतेगी. ऐसा क्या? Come on guys, do drop a like. 11% or you can say 10% are watching right now, and only 6 likes I can see right there. Who are those 5% or 4% who haven't dropped a like? Come on, do make sure to drop a like. देखा, चीपू भैया ले लिया गया है भाई. चीपू भैया ओपी है भाई साहब. विद द स्लो गैजेट बहुत मजा आ जाता है. हो गया मनु हल्का. कितना किलो हल्का हो गया? मैं तो भाई भी एस्टिमनी सपोर्ट नो अभी भी. अच्छा अभी भी. अरे ले भाई ले.
Well, I mean, Zeta Division 0, right? They love their zeros, I suppose. Okay, there it is.
Griff.
Griff.
अरे भाई.
We were talking about this one earlier. We love the guy, and he's pretty good at mid. He's great at denying some aggressive charges in, just keeping you completely on the edge of his range because he has a lot of health to offer, and he has a lot of damage to offer too. I like this strategy from Zeta 0.
ये मैं बोल रहा था भाई. चीपू भैया पूरा लो कर देते हैं वहाँ पे. आने का एंट्री पॉइंट ही खत्म कर देते हैं. जब तक 20-30 का तो वैसे ही डिफरेंस आ जाता है. ना 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 गया भाई गया. चीपू भैया हमेशा ओपी है इस मैप में. विद द गैजेट तो भाई एकदम अलग ही.
trying to block things out for Kuru. He does get a couple of taps here. Also has a super to offer as well. Almost gets Kuru there, though. He's all sped up. Good victory as well by Pekka. A choppy falls. Chazmat Gaming BR, they refuse to leave this point. Tensai is trying to do whatever he can, but with the walls broken open on the left side, sure, it meant that Squeak had a lot less value, but Squeak has just adapted. Moved over to the right side, but now Kuru pushes in tremendous value. He's going to be just a few coins away from that next super to continue pushing things back. There's no doubt in my mind. One health on what? The survival from Firecrow. He goes down shortly after, but the survival is certainly impressive. Chazmat Gaming BR, they try to retaliate, but Zeta Division Zero wipe him out, and they got that mid control back.
Yeah, it looked like Chazmak were getting away with this one. That match point was imminent, but Zeta Division Zero are catching up a couple % behind now.
इससे तीनों गैजेट खत्म हो गए क्या?
Super. He does get the connection onto Tensai. That should be some free damage, but good teamwork from Zeta Division Zero to distract that from happening as Chazmak are trying their best to really get that foothold in the mid. It's a couple percentages in their favor. Pekka was a phase shifter. Chappie gets muted.
Nice.
Kuru in a 1v1 now as he gets a kill. He's low HP and the connection from Tufa has a super. It is still the lead for Zeta.
भाई बहुत ही close, बहुत ही close, बहुत ही close.
It's a war of attrition. Whoever dies first is dead forever, and you just got to keep on slugging away at those enemies because they are charging in with health all the time, endlessly. Quick takedown of that super and a silence on Kuru, but it doesn't stop the guy. Tensai refuses to leave this point. He's going to have to be removed with force. But
90%, 91%,
Tensai, a choppy Kuru, they just keep on popping in and out.
93.
Here comes the supply drop as well for Tensai. A kill onto Firecrow. It's not looking good for Chazmat Gaming.
96. And GG's. Good one, good one, good one.
Wow. 2 sets lead. That's one.
ब्रॉल टीवी की लाइव पे व्यूज देखो लॉल.
Until now, we are again away from being
हाउ डिड दे कम बैक लॉल. देखो अगर गैजेट खत्म हो जाता है ना उसका, चीपू भैया का, फिर बहुत मुश्किल होता है.
22.
जब तक वो चीपू भैया का गैजेट है उधर पे स्लो करने के लिए, तभी तक है चांसेस.
Mid area blocked off. Attempt from a choppy to clear things out, but it's not going to be super successful.
बहुत देर के लिए रोक लेता भाई. ऑलमोस्ट 50 मान लो.
As they have things cleared out by
ओह नाइस.
here comes Kuru, changing
अब
things.
मुश्किल है,
Ball break as well.
अब मुश्किल है.
Choppy quickly flipped the script,
क्योंकि ग्रिफ अंदर घुस चुका है.
approaching that percentage and now eclipsing what's been captured so far by Chazmat Gaming BR.
Back up. Has speed. Gonna pump it solo. A Chappie getting that buff out. Gets picked up, but eventually, I mean, yeah, that is gonna be a nice skill for Tufa to pick up. Make sure that buff is out of the picture as well. Tensai taking a decent bit of damage and has to reposition after that gadget from Tufa. Is gonna be slowing down that left-hand side of the zone. A little bit of a lead still for Zeta, but not a massive one. And good mid presence from Chazmak now as well as Tufa goes for a super connection onto a Chappie. That should be a free kill. Pekka just swoops by and finds a nice flank now to take down the healing station, get some big damage onto Tensai, and a chance for Chazmak to start catching up again.
But Kuru refuses to leave this back left corner. Firecrow's trying to contend him on his own. It's going to be difficult. Firecrow goes down. Tensai assumes the domination at mid as well. The guy just refuses to die. Pekka and Tufa can try all they wish, but it won't be enough. A
Oh,
shot
nice.
also falls to Tufa, and the tree is left stranded on the ground way further than Zeta Zero can reach at the moment. But Chazmat Gaming BR are still in the back foot as well. Kuru gets a kill once again on Firecrow. He will go down to the super and a quick dispelling there by Pekka. But along the way, Zeta Division Zero
Very big lead for now.
and they're getting past that area of no return.
Set 5 is so close now. But let's see. Because Chazmak, they're not giving up just yet. They want to keep every inch of an advantage that they've built up in the last half an hour. Tensai gonna get
Nice.
that healing station not gonna last for very long. Zeta Division Zero, they are dangerously close to the finish line here. Let's see if they can make it happen. As Chazmak are catching up, but slowly. There's only 40 seconds left on the clock as well. Kuru gets muted. He's gonna go. Oh, never mind. Not quite down. The heal comes just in time to keep him up. This is a chance here for Zeta.
Oh, nice. Okay, fifth set coming.
Connection onto Kuru as well, but it's enough.
What I said, भाई मैं बोल रहा हूँ जीटा डिवीजन के मैचेस ऐसे खत्म नहीं होते. Believe it or not. Hello, no friends 1K. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, my internet bad. Okay.
Was this the plan Division Zero just planning to get a reverse sweep for the crowd with all of the interaction, with all of the cheering as well. You can't help but wonder just a little bit because of how clear cut things have
भाई
been.
जीटा का कॉम बेकार था फिर भी जीत गए. अरे भाई दिस जस्ट नॉट अबाउट द कॉम्प, कॉम्बिनेशन भी है. कॉम्प होने से कुछ नहीं होता, कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ अटैक्स देखो ना.
They turn things around, set forward. They keep that momentum up, and now, I mean, we're going to set 5, which already most of
यार CMG डू यू मोटिवेटेड लॉल.
But what's great
मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई जीटा के मैचेस तुम हिस्ट्री उठा के देख लो, और खासकर जीटा डिवीजन 0 के मैचेस कभी भी वो वन साइडेड जीते ही नहीं है. उनका ऐसे ही चलता है, हारते जाओ जीतते जाओ, हारते जाओ जीतते जाओ, बस यही चलता है उनका.
set, but not quite enough to lock in that match point that they
हाँ.
chance match.
अब मजा आएगा ना बीडू.
Had to offer as well. Day Division Zero, they were taking a beating health-wise. However, they had so
और मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ ये वाला भी है ना,
passively healing.
एक ये जीतेगा एक ये जीतेगा, और फाइनल में पॉइंट वाला होगा शायद, मैच पॉइंट वाला सीन.
Staying in the mix, and we saw it from
और ये अब इसमें बहुत केयरफुली इनको सिलेक्ट करना है, और मेरे हिसाब से ये स्प्रूट लेने वाला है भाई. अगर उसको स्प्रूट मिल गया तो ये बैंड बजा देगा इन लोगों की. इन लोगों को स्प्रूट बैन करना पड़ेगा
in the round of 16.
CMG वालों को, या तो वो खुद ही ले लें या इसको बैन कर दें,
On both sides,
क्योंकि अगर उनको मिल गया
is going to decide
तो इनकी बैंड बच जाएगी. एंड उनने खुद ही बैन कर दिया स्प्रूट.
was nearly what they were hoping for coming
आलू टिक्की बैन है,
2 bells.
स्प्रूट भी बैन है.
That is going to be intense. Who can hold on the best under pressure? As Sprout, B, and Tick are going to be banned out by
अच्छा इनका सिलेक्शन था, इसलिए इन्हें जानबूझ से पहले ही स्प्रूट बैन कर दिया था.
and Max. And the first pick of Brock to
Brock.
open up those walls for Chasmac BR.
I definitely like this pick because the intention is very clear. Break open the walls because I see a thrower that is not banned here that could be pretty good as a last pick, and that's got to be Grom. And they're not willing to take the risk of picking a thrower that early. It's why you
अच्छा भैया फैंग लेना चाहिए.
straightforward to counter with things
देखते हैं.
such as this. Brock, he's also fantastic now with the reload gear, and he also has that star power that offers a lot more rockets on his super, which can unexpectedly get some kills that you wouldn't usually get.
We've seen that happen in the past. I mean, massive.
Oh,
damage.
Genie.
Gene, I think, is a very solid response. Does well in an open map, which usually you want to do when you have a Brock on your team. But also just
ऐड कर ले लो.
whether it's the match
Fall cry.
it's the
Why bro?
it's just so incredibly versatile. And even
No friends 1K. Why fall cry?
has a very strong gadget in there.
Let's see what they're gonna take. And Bell.
And there's so many different possibilities.
Bell.
There's that brawler. He's very versatile. Another incredibly versatile brawler is gonna be Bell. I mean, it's her home, right? We are gonna be watching Bell's rock, so might as well bring her on the table. And I appreciate what both teams are doing, at least so far, not taking any wild races.
Bell's
They know so
bouncing gadget is gonna be helpful in this kind of situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally more of a wild risk guy myself.
Rico is also a good option until all the walls are broken.
5 seconds left for Chasmat Gaming BR to choose their next brawler too. It's going to be
Piper.
actually. Combine that with the wall break that Brock has to
That
offer.
means they are totally focused on breaking all the
Make
walls.
sure that they don't dig themselves into a hole here where they could be vulnerable to something like Fang, which is looking like
Rico नहीं लेगा क्या कोई? नहीं लेगा ना, देख रहे हो ना सामने दो ऐसे ब्रॉलर्स हैं जो वॉल ब्रेक करने ही वाले हैं.
sharpshooters left and right. What is this final pick from Chasmac?
मैं तो अभी बोलूंगा इस मैप में भी चीपू भैया ओपी हैं भाई.
The same direction, long range, high damage.
चीपू भैया ओपी हैं इस मैप में.
Well, it is quite long range, quite
It is.
but very different. A lot of utility as well with the mute, a lot of possibilities to close out those
Streak
games as
is still a
well.
good
Once you get to
option.
later stages, it's gonna be your closer when Brock and Piper don't really want to be up close and forced in close quarters combat. Otis is perfect for that. Let's find out what the reaction and final pick of this match is gonna be as Zeta Division 0 make their decision. It's
Zenet.
it's a safe pick, pretty much.
जीटा की बनेगी टोपी.
Down that turret, it gets some
बलून वाले ब्रॉलर लेंगे ये लोग. नहीं ले रहे भाई, नहीं लिया है.
to Pekka's gadget when he pops
फुग्गा
up.
बॉय बैन है, अगर नहीं पता तो
Lucky in terms
चेस में गेमिंग ने फुग्गा बॉय को बैन कर दिया था.
of getting the game because Bell's
फुग्गा बॉय मींस गस.
to lane swap, but when you do lane swap, you can forfeit a lot of area control, and that's the last thing that you want to do when the mid is where the game
And finally, let's see.
poison closes you
Is it Zeta or is it Chessmack Gaming who is moving on to the semis?
no gadget yet from actually forcing Tensai into those bushes. Not an area that you want to find yourself in the early game, but thankfully there's no one to pinch him off. What was that from
What?
Tufa? A choppy goes down, and it's a 3v2.
That is a massive opening for Jasmac BR.
And down.
Finds another Tensai goes down. It's only Kuru in a 1v3. A homemade recipe, I believe, that connects from Pekka. Not sure if that was useful, but they want to make sure that Kuru doesn't get away with a free mark for the next round. And good jukes from Kuru, but eventually the final connection from Pekka is going to give the round to Jasmac. They are still in this game. They are still in this match, and they are a round away from a match point.
Here comes the lane swap. Kuru boasts a slight range advantage versus Tufa, but Tufa's going to be trying to lay down the law with Incendiary too. Tensai still at mid, also continues keeping things back. It's pretty much an even fight here. Achapi is also going to be helping out Tensai, even if he concedes a little bit of damage to Fire Crow with those magic puffs. But Achapi also has a range advantage over Piper, going to be continuously pushing her back. Only 1,000 health left on Pekka.
Oh, bhai sahab.
Achapi though, Kuru still forced back. Fire Crow looks for something. He has a super at the ready. No contact there with the reflected shot from Bell. And still no kills here, but Tufa has to be extremely cautious about this right side. Though he does have a super at the ready. In fact, all of Chazmet Gaming VR do.
Waiting for the poison clouds.
Any aggression with his magic hand.
A lot of close goals, especially on the side of Zeta Division 0. Their Gene Pool is still an absolute threat, especially as we get towards the end game. For this round, a gadget from Tensai to pull up to Fire Crow. That's going to be a kill, a 2v2, low HP across the board. Tensai going for the pinch onto Pekka, a good connection, a 1v1, no, but Pekka...
Oh no! जी जी मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई ये ऐसे खत्म नहीं होगा ये मैच.
And it's all coming down to the very last round here to determine who is the first wielder of that match point. Chazmat Gaming BR need to bring this one back, but they have to do it very, very carefully because they are outranged in a few regards here. Pekka though on the left.
उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा उड़ जा जा उड़ के. Oh nice.
Was just in range, and Chazmat Gaming BR are in a 2v3.
Oh nice.
Achapi deletes Fire Crow and Tufa.
Oh yeah.
As it's gonna be match point for Zeta Division
अब
0.
उल्टा चल रहा है सीन.
Goal.
उल्टा सीन चल रहा है भाई.
It's a single game.
It's match point for Zeta Division now.
And as well from the full-on reverse sweep, unbelievable stuff.
Textbook definition of a reverse sweep right here. And Zeta Division
इनने भी लेन चेंज कर लिया.
to completion.
It's a lane change.
Firmly in their
लेन चेंज करो लेन चेंज करो लेन चेंज करो करो जल्दी लेन चेंज करो. नहीं 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 मैं बोल रहा हूँ यार.
by Pekka around the right side. A 3v2 now. Tensai continues to
मुझे लगा ही था. मैं बोल ही रहा था भाई स्टार्टिंग में लेन चेंज करो वापस आना चाहिए था ना.
Tensai is dodging out these shots like no one's business, but not
Why? इनको हारने में क्या मजा आता है पहले. I don't know.
Achapi goes down.
इनको पहले हारने में पता ही नहीं क्या मजा आता है.
Absolute flawless opening round as they are facing that match point from Zeta Division 0. Chazmak, they have not given up just yet. They'll fight all the way until the end, and they want that double match point. Can they reach it? A couple whiff shots from Peck on the right-hand side will make that a bit more difficult, but he does connect the follow-up onto Tensai, keeping him low and making sure he doesn't overcommit too far. Not in the best position HP-wise. Achapi gets to reset his heals as well. There's a pull available for Achapi.
Oh.
We know how strong he is with those. Tensai is pushing forward. 2-5 stuck. He's going and man advantage for Zeta.
ओहो
my gosh, and Kuru hits the left side. Tensai
GG's match point.
ultimate match point. One round remains for Zeta Division 0.
और उनके सुपर चार्ज हैं तीनों के.
And now, or Chazmak
इट्स अ मैच पॉइंट सिचुएशन.
one in the complete
भाई
opposite direction.
भाई लेन चेंज कर लेन चेंज कर. नाइस नाइस नाइस.
Tufa continuously outranging him and has that super at the ready. Dodge super there, a little pass damage around to Pekka. Good
Kuru's
stuff
down.
for Kuru.
Yeah,
Good
no,
stuff.
not a
Kuru's
chance.
down.
Wow. Beautiful.
ओ भाई क्या था ये.
Tensai falls. Only Achapi.
मैं बोला ना.
A desperate attempt that he could try was that pull, but he needs to find a target, and CMG are not willing to get anyone in range. That should be double match stone point coming up ready.
Yeah, it's Chazmat Gaming BR right now. They're just playing with their food. Achapi's fighting for
देखा मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई इनके मैच ऐसे खत्म नहीं होते.
It's a double match point incoming, and the last thing that so many people expecting
पूरा इनको खेलना है भाई, पूरा फुटेज लेके इनको ही जाना है,
Zeta Division 0, and now
हर एक फुटेज चाहिए
the
इनको,
match point to decide whether
सारा फुटेज यही लोग खाते हैं.
or 15% of the believers remain victorious.
Oh, I think there might be a little bit of a problem. The player cam showed us as well that the players were,
अरे ये क्या हो गया?
movements and not moving out of their spawn. I'm assuming this will be replayed as I'm assuming a game crashed or something along those lines.
बताओ, गेम ही क्रैश हो गया इनका.
It's always tough to get every single device running properly, and at times we'll have to do some of those rematches. Don't have a confirmation just
सब इनके मैच में ही होना, पूरा फुटेज यही लेके जाएंगे भाई.
but that would be a dramatic way to end the series.
It sure would be a dramatic way to end the series. That double match point as well for something like this to happen is just crazy. The pressure continues to build in. Who's getting iced here? Who is getting
फिर से.
sort of their nerves drawn out the most possible? Who's the most confident going into this match? All questions that we don't have the answer to, and also we're still trying to figure out what exactly is going on. However, rest assured, we're going to be heading back into that match very, very soon here. I have a lot of expectations, though. We saw consistent good gameplay, I think, from both teams there. I think a lot of it also came down to specific lane matchups and when the walls were broken open to give any particular team.
इसमें इनका भाई यही करना पड़ेगा, इनको स्विच करते रहना पड़ेगा लेन्स.
Crash or stop working. It happened to me when we were rehearsing and trying.
अगर ये लोग स्विच नहीं करेंगे लेन तो चेसमेक जीत जाएगी.
I can't imagine how it feels for.
ये जल्दी क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
That was some good momentum for Chasmac, bringing it back to all the way to double.
क्या पता,
Point the crowd.
प्रेशर कुछ ज्यादा ही बन गया हो.
Supporting both teams a fair amount, impressed by Chasmac's performance, honestly.
आज
And also,
जेटा का ही मैच देखना है क्या पूरी रात? इतना लंबा जाएगा ये
Asia has been the region.
भाई.
Everyone is there.
जीटा ये मैच भाई पूरे 5 सेट तक जाते हैं, हम देख चुके हैं.
And can you really blame him though? Because Zeta Division 0 has 2 world
हमेशा से ही इनका यही सीन है.
Tensai and Achapi are residing on this roster. They are immortalized in Brawl Stars history in the rise up to the top song. We hear Achapi on the roughs as well, Tensai on the max, let's go, and all of that fun stuff. But I mean, we haven't gotten to see too much of the max from the guys. I think it's just a little bit too intimidating. Everyone knows that you gotta ban max or you gotta pick max versus these dudes, and I think that also speaks volumes about just how much.
बट सीएमजी वाले फुली प्रिपेयर्ड आए थे आज.
when they load into
क्या खेले हैं वो लोग? अरे अभी खेले क्या है? अभी तो कुछ बाकी है, अभी फाइनल बाकी है. देखो कौन जीतता है.
either team is one game away.
अरे बस करो भाई, कितना टाइम पास.
Heading on to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, we are watching some replays right now, guys. Don't get overexcited just yet. We'll keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening, but I mean, for obvious reasons, everyone behind the scenes is making sure that everyone can compete on a fair footing with no problems on the technical side, so that we can have that final
Yeah, boy.
game we deserve and determine who between Zeta Division 0 and Chasmac Gaming BR will be making it to the quarterfinals and who goes home. Again, both teams have had incredible results in the past. Zeta Division 0, no need to even mention their achievements. I'll still do it. World champions of 2021. So, yeah, the expectations are there. 2 of their players, as you mentioned, it's Tensai and Achapi that were world champions just last year. But on the side of CMG, they also have 2 players that made it to.
चलो भाई स्टार्ट करो, खत्म करो भाई. 2 मैच अभी और बाकी हैं.
Goes way back. Still, incredibly experienced teams, teams that have achieved a lot as well, and yet one of them is going home top 16 today. One of them is moving on to.
भाई पूरा फुटेज इन लोगों ने खाया है. मेरे को लग रहा है 1 घंटे से ज्यादा का मैच तो इन्हीं का हो गया है.
Whole lot at stake as well.
खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा भाई.
An entire year's worth of effort could be laid to rest right here and now. After all of these games, it's come down to a single game. And in knockout, it's going to come down to a single round. Your death is going to be permanent.
I heard some information from production. Don't want to cut you down, but you'll want to hear this. We are going back into the final game, double match point. It's going to be same everything, right? Same brawler, same draft. Just that final game is going to be replayed as they were not able to play it true. Wow. I mean, again, just want to say it one more time.
Zeta is equal to views. वो तो है.
Teams they've grinded true in and true out this 2022 season in their home regions. Zeta Division 0, that was East Asia for CMG, Brazil, obviously South America.
पहला आ रहा है भाई.
A lot of expectations on both sides, and the fans at home from both of those regions are going to be biting their nails, as right now CMGBR are the last representatives of LATAM South, the final hope.
पहला की इंग्लिश ओपी. वो आयरिश है ना,
We know that
तो
for
इस
sure,
थोड़ा
but can they
वैसा तो रहेगा.
make it happen? Can they take down Zeta Division 0, or is it
Kyolinda Pala.
on reverse sweep them? Wow, what a storyline ready.
Dude, at this point, the nerves are getting to me too. Like, I'm feeling the second-hand nerves as well, because it has been going on. How long has it been since we have had a double match point that is extended over probably like 10 minutes now? The pressure has to be mounting. Who is able to deal with it best? It's no longer a game of adaptation. It is a game of focus in being able.
अरे शुरू करो भाई, खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है. आयरिश नहीं, स्पेनिश है. अच्छा. एंड अरे भाई कर दो यार, खत्म करो. एक मैच पता है.
So this entire match has been a tough one for both sides. We've had some really one-sided games, some more one-sided sets too, but then some incredible brawl and close games. And so far, this final set seems to be the closest one as well. I think one of the big challenges when you have such a sort of technical issue
अबे ऐसा क्या टट्टी फड़ाका लग गया इनको, खत्म ही नहीं कर पा रहे.
has enough ice in their veins who can keep their calm.
कितना व्यू खाएंगे.
Back in that situation was the momentum they had earlier, was the mood, was the concentration that they had, because now it's been a couple of minutes and both teams are, you know, their tongues are going to be getting a little bit colder and their minds might not be quite as fresh.
इतनी देर में मनु भैया हग्गू कर दिया जाते. चलो फाइनली इट स्टार्टेड.
Are jumping in Zeta Division 0 versus Chasmac Gaming BR. The final
Okay.
game.
नाइस.
Come to a head here. Deaths could be permanent. And Fire Crow is already setting his sights on one target in particular. Tensai, he's going to get pitched really hard. No,
Oh, nice.
Down goes Pekka. Fire Crow's going for it. Unfortunately, trips up that.
Oh, nice.
Down goes Fire Crow too.
नाइस ब्रो.
Play, and Tufa falls. Round 1 goes to Zeta 0.
फाइनल मैच.
From Guru connects and
चेंज.
we have Zeta Division 0 again on the verge of taking this match. Chasmac, they fought valiantly in the previous game to take it back and bring it to double match point. A homemade recipe connects onto a Chappie. Quite low.
उड़ जा टेंसाई उड़ जा. डैमेज दे क्या.
Tensai, a bit lonely in the mid, but does always have that super to get straight into the air and back to safety if need be. This is intense because Chasmac have no map control whatsoever. Can they find some sort of a pinch, some sort of relief here? As right now is
जा चेसमैक. अरे टेंसाई उड़ के मार दे उसको.
Use Pekka and Fire Crow on both. On
जा वो नाइस.
where to go. Tensai's going for it. Pekka,
एंड ये
much damage to kill and a two by Pekka. Zeta
अब बोलो जीता नहीं पहुंचेगी. बोलो.
They have done it. Zeta Division 0
बोलो. अरे बोलो ना.
BR
बोलते क्यों नहीं.
as they will be moving forward to the quarterfinals and
मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई, जेटा के मैचेस तुम लिख के ले लो, ऐसे ही मिलेंगे तुमको. इसलिए मजा आता है.
passion go.
इस राहुल गांधी इसलिए बोलते हैं. देखो
And
मजा आया.
gotta feel for them because that was an incredible performance from Chasmac. Wow.
ये लोग ऐसे ही खेलते हैं भाई.
Honestly, because that's one of the best performances we have seen from them ever, and it's in a round of 16 that knocks them out of the.
पूरे एक मैच चला है, मतलब पूरा एक राउंड चला है भाई.
But huge respect to them, Zeta man.
पूरा भर गया होगा. रुको मैं दिखाता हूँ.
You can never count them out, and that
ये देखो पूरा भर गया भाई इस जीटा के मैचेस से.
all the way to set 5. Not only the first match that goes all the way to double match point, it's the full first.
पूरा खेला गया पूरा. इनने बोला सब पूरा बेस्ट ऑफ 5 होता है. बेस्ट ऑफ 5 होना चाहिए, पूरा लास्ट तक जाना चाहिए.
Zeta Division 0 and their sister team, they're now locked in those quarterfinals, facing versus both of the Chasmac sister teams too. A valiant effort that was posed yesterday, but a seriously impressive one that completely blew us away from Chasmac Gaming BR here. Just
मोमेंटम ब्रेक हो गया. CGMG नॉट फेयर. अच्छा मोमेंटम तो तभी ब्रेक हो गया था जब उन्हें 2-0 से आगे होने के बाद लगातार 4-0 तक पहुंच जाना चाहिए था उनको. तो 2-0 से 2-2 तक पहुंच गए.
Yeah, it's gonna
40
be
stars
one
ruined the
more,
game.
you know, the World Finals 2023.
मोमेंटम तो उनका तभी टूट गया था भाई, जब वो 2-0 से 3-0 नहीं कर पाए, जब 2-0 से 2-2 पहुंच गया। सब फेयर है, मेरे 125 पॉइंट्स मिल गए ना बस। अरे अरे अरे
Wow, what a start of the day already. Just in case you guys missed it, Tribe Gaming EU 3-0 at Zest. But honestly, Zest, they played fantastic. That was the performance of the year from Zest. But yeah, Tribe Gaming EU, they managed to reverse sweep.
जस्ट किडिंग, Zeta played amazing। जीजी अरे भाई क्या ही खेले हैं,
nicely.
मजा आ जाता है भाई जीटा के मैचेस देखने में, तो सच्ची में बड़ा मजा आता है मेरे को तो।
The closest match yet at the
अब भले ही ना भी देखें चलेगा मेरे को, जीटा के मैच देखने में मजा आता है। कल तो और शाम को है तो पूरा फुल ऑन 2-2 जीटा एंड वर्ल्ड फाइनल्स।
Zeta Division 0 will take it. Well, I mean, I'm sad for the 15% of you that saw the potential of Chasmac, but you guys can still be very, very proud of your prediction as well, because you pretty much got it right. They were so close to make it happen.
2 matches done already, 2 to come very, very soon. It has been an exhilarating day through and through, but we're only halfway.
MVP कब आएगा? बस आएगा ब्रो।
Quick break, and we'll come back with the next 2 matches in day 2 of the Brawl Stars World Finals.
ओ भाई साहब, क्या ही लंबा चला है ये। कैसी थी वो सपनों के शहर में वो बात बन गई। मजा आ गया, पैसा वसूल। ट्राइब एनए लेट्स गो। ठीक है, आपने ट्राइब एनए चूज किया, हमने चूज किया नावी। देखते हैं क्या होता है। भाई जीटा का तो मैं बता रहा हूँ तुमको, कल भी ऐसी मैचेस होने वाले हैं। 2-2 जीटा। जीटा जीटा खाओ पीठा। कौन सा पैसा? अरे इंटरनेट का पैसा लगता है भाई, बिजली का पैसा लगता है, उसका पैसे की बात हो रही है। तुम्हारा नहीं लगता क्या? एक प्यारा गाना सुनाइए, सुनाया तो सही। ये जो छोटा सा मन है, मीठी सी चुभन है, ऐसे में तू आके देख ले, सखियां देखे अंजुमन में, देखे अपने संग में। अरे एमबीपी नहीं है, लेकिन 125 पॉइंट जरूर मिल रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरे को कोई फायदा नहीं है उससे। रातें कितनी सारी तेरी आंखों में गुजारी, सोनी सोनी है। चला कोई पूछो तो क्यों हारा, एक तो ताज बना रहा, कोई तेरे आगे कुछ भी नहीं, सब खाक बराबर, रखना जाए तो बात करा कर। 2 मिनट 40 सेकंड टाइम पास। जब तक लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो और सब बोलो
बोलो जुबान केसरी।
यस, बोलो जुबान केसरी। इतना बढ़िया खेला है जेटा डिवीजन ने कि वेरी डेंजरस। इतना बढ़िया बढ़िया डेंजरस डेंजरस काम किया है, और नावी को वोट मिला 74% एज कंपेयर टू ट्राइब एन ए। टेक्निकल टीम वाले के होश उड़ गए होंगे। भाई टेक्निकल टीम इनकी भाई क्या ही है, क्या ही बोलूँ। एक आप एक गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म हो, आप एक गेमिंग चीज़ें करते हो गेमिंग के रिलेटेड, और आपकी खुद की टेक्निकल टीम इतनी बेकार है कि वर्ल्ड टूर्नामेंट्स में तुम्हारे साथ ये सब चीज़ें हो रही हैं। बीच में तुम मैप कोई और दिखा रहे होते हो, कमेंटेटर कुछ और बोल रहा होता है, चल कुछ और ही रहा होता है। क्या ही मैनेज करते हैं भाई। किस हिसाब से सुपर सेल जो है वो एक गेमिंग कंपनी है। गेमिंग का तो मतलब ही होता है पूरा टेक्नीशियंस और ग्राफिक्स एंड ऑल द थिंग्स शुड बी मैनेज प्रॉपरली। बोलो जुला के इसलिए। अच्छा, फिर से बोल दो।
बोलो जुबा केसरी।
दिस इज ब्रॉस्टर लॉल। दे आर खुद ही शो कर रहे हैं कि भाई देखो भाई, हम तुम्हारा सर्वर नहीं सुधार सकते, हम तो वर्ल्ड फाइनल में अपना सर्वर नहीं सुधार पा रहे, तुम्हारा क्या घर का सर्वर है जो तुमको अलग से सर्वर दें? नहीं नहीं नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं सुधारेंगे, लैग में खेलो। 40 स्टार बोलो, 30 स्टार्स बोलो, हम नहीं सुधार रहे। 50 किलो स्किन ला देंगे तुम्हारे लिए, खरीद लेना, ठीक है। 100-150 रुपये मिला के, और किडनी अगर बेचना हो तो बेच के, जेम्स खरीदो, स्किन खरीदो, हमें उससे मतलब है। तुम्हारा गेम लैग करता वो तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है, हमारी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हमारा गेम लैग से पैसा नहीं आता, हमारा आता पैसा सिर्फ और सब स्किन से भाई। अब तुम कुछ भी करो, तुम जाके स्किन खरीदो, हमें उससे मतलब है। ड्रीम हैक वैलेंसिया दिसंबर में, क्या बात है। लैंड टूर्नामेंट भाई, स्नैपड्रैगन प्रो सीरीज ESL।
The 2022 Brawl Stars World Finals are back, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon us for that. It's been an insane day of games so far. We're glad to be back here. Myself, Mitch Leslie, here, joined by Ark. That last match definitely not going the way we expected it to. Really impressed to see the moxie, the pluckiness of that Chasmac Gaming BR team, but sadly they fall just short. It was so exciting.
फेवरेट ब्रॉलर मेरा
Chasmac Gaming BR coming
मेरा
in
फेवरेट ब्रॉलर तो
impressive
लियोन है।
in this competition is invincible. Yeah, let's have a look back at the bracket review and see how we got to where we
MVP
are
नहीं
now.
आएगा
Just two more
इस मैच का, सो गए होंगे भाई।
16. Today, first up, of course, we saw Tribe Gaming EU take down
100 पॉइंट खा गए
in that absolute
भाई।
battle between
टेक्निकल टीम
Goldirock
ओपी
and
गाइस।
Chasmac Gaming Brazil. Incredible match, one we won't soon forget. But there's more of those in store for us. 'Cause
रोली
we've got
फ्रांस जीत
Tribe
गया,
Gaming
कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस।
Navi, and then Raconic Esports take on SK Gaming.
Yeah, that is going to be interesting.
पार्टी दे दो भाई
Tribe
फिर,
Gaming, NA and
कम
Navi.
ऑन,
Oh, they are
गिव
very,
मी
very
पार्टी।
closely matched. There's a lot
आई
of
वांट
support for Navi as
पार्टी,
well, so they
वी
can have
वांट
that ton of
पार्टी
support in that
पार्टी
respect.
पार्टी।
I don't know. It's going to be a very close one to call.
Yeah, so I mean, again, now we
हम
are
बापे
looking at, of
ओपे,
course, at our
yeah।
predictions and towards our potential quarterfinal matchups. Now we've been
How
pretty
much
safe
gold does a
so
mythic
far.
gear
Predictions
cost?
almost getting completely boomed in that match number 6.
Mythic gear
This is where we tend to disagree. Teddy being the lone
2000 ही है ना,
you can
कितना
kind
है?
of see where he's coming from. We are dealing with in
Yes,
Navi,
2000
last year's
for the
grand
mythic
finalists,
gear।
coming in second place, runner up, really impressive team. And they had a slow start this year, right? They got folded into that EMEA region a little bit later on.
दूंगा दूंगा,
They made up
सबको
for this time
दूंगा।
pretty quickly.
ला दो, सबको देने की बात कर रहा, मैं तो सिर्फ अपने लिए मांग रहा था। अगर तुम सबको दे रहे हो, कूल, गिव देम, गिव एवरीवन, every 14% who are actually available in this stream should get the reward from Rajdeep because France has won the match and Zeta Division also won the match dramatically. And before that thing, do make sure to drop a like, subscribe guys if you're new here. It's very important if you subscribe to the channel.
This Tribe team losing to Obey Alliance of all teams in the most recent sort of monthly final quarterfinals. Definitely an upset.
क्या देगा लॉल? केले का छिलका देगा ये, खुद खा जाएगा केला और देगा सबको छिलका।
Talking up Vatra Gaming because of how insane they've been over the second part of the season. NA is getting stronger and stronger. Tribe have to stay afloat.
Yeah, you know, they are a team with so much experience behind them, and that counts for a great deal. The last couple of results weren't the best, let's be honest, but nonetheless, it's being able to pick yourselves up, and that's what's important.
ना ना वो नहीं बोला था
Tribe NA. Their legacy
ऐसा
is
कैसे
simply unparalleled. These guys have been around the block quite a few times, and they're here to run it back once more. So let's head down to the stage. Bring them out.
Et oui, on est au milieu de la scène. Il y a une très très bonne ambiance. Je suis au milieu de supporters de Tribe, donc on va.
Pyrostang.
C'est un petit peu obligé. For all of you guys, this is good vibes right here. The Tribe gaming crowd is absolutely insane. I have no idea if you guys can hear me. But you know,
कारो संकीलो पी
to say welcome.
नेक्स्ट में स्टार्ट करो यार बहुत वेट कर लिया
It's time to welcome
2 मिनट लगेगा अभी
Tribe Gaming.
Tribe Gaming NA really have proved themselves to be the powerhouse of the North America and LATAM North region. Zulan, Eslivy, Tyrants and Corey have set the precedent for dominance with 5 grand final appearances and 4 grand final wins under their belts. With a whopping 900
बट जीतेगी तो नावी
earned throughout the year.
देखते हैं
They towered over their rivals and are no strangers to the World Finals, looking to make it third time lucky to get their hands on that BSC trophy.
Some harsh lessons learned recently by your March, May, July, and August NA and Latin North monthly champions Tribe NA has started to realize that in order to stay afloat, in order to stay ahead of the pack, they had to come up with something different. As Livy really infusing this team with some
नावी जीतेगा
vivacity. But let's now
उम्मीद तो
get
यही
ready
है
to meet Tribe's opponents.
इवन वोटिंग में भी देखो 74% have voted for नावी
Du Tribe, on l'a refait en anglais. We couldn't have any Tribe, right? We need some Navi fans to welcome one of the big teams as well. That's gonna be a massive one. Massive noise, max of noise for Navi.
Navi came into the competition a little later than others, but boy,
Imagine to see a female player in world finals
MMA, Cubic,
might be possible
and Alex
why not
have a fan following. So
और अगर मेरा 1000 पॉइंट्स हो जाए तो इनबॉक्स में ऑटोमेटिकली स्किन आ जाएगा ना यस
21 World
ऑटोमेटिक आ जाता है
They made the grand final, but fell just short to the 8th division. Nonetheless, being within an arm's reach of gold only serves to add fuel to the fire, and through constant growth.
नावी जीतेगा नावी हारेगा अरे अरे अरे
Now, Tus Vincera means born to win in Latin, and this team has been on the rise. 2 second-place finishes in the September and October monthly finals. Yes, they started
ऑटो में टकली
in the EMEA region, but they
उसकी हेयर प्लांट सर्जरी करानी पड़ेगी
that ECA region, right? Felt like Navi head and shoulders above the rest, didn't have the competition, but these big fish jumped into an even bigger
अच्छा क्या लगता है चलो
stay afloat.
आप बोल रहे हो कि नावी जीतेगी और कुछ बोल रहे हैं ट्राइब जीतेगी कितने से जीतेगी अगर मान लो ट्राइब जीतेगी तो क्या इट इज क्लीन स्वीप 3-0 होने वाला है 3-2 होने वाला है
But that didn't deter them. Their results in those early monthly finals
क्या होने वाला है
some quarterfinal exits, but towards the end, getting to that grand final, despite coming a little bit
रिपोर्टर बहुत गंदा है लड़की के पास बैठकर बातें करके हंसता है
still made
अच्छा
it consistently there.
तुम ही ने तो बताया था स्टार्टिंग में
Very, very good place.
जॉनी चच्चा का वो है कजन
Be on point here today.
Special moment for this Navi team who had to attend the World Finals last
नावी क्लीन स्वीप
Right.
ठीक है
The action, the crowd
3-1
energy was something that was
3-1 but who
occasion.
ट्राइब 3-1 ओके
Now the question is,
Cool.
what
Let's
was
see.
the plonk you in the middle of the maelstrom that is our Disneyland Paris World Finals? That's the question. A lot of fans behind this Navi team, and they're really hard not to like. Their sort of antics in the post game, we see them on camera all the time, especially sort of shutting out SK Gaming in that October monthly final. They won 3-2. SK were put in a position where they have to try and reverse sweep, and they kind of shut them out. On Tribe's side of things, I do want to see what they've been working on here because they've definitely been on shakier ground. I really do think it's less about them falling off, but more about the rest of the region, moving up. And that's what they say, a rising tide lifts all ships. And you better hope that Tribe Gaming have got their floaties on.
अबे इसने हेडफोन उल्टा जो लगा रखा है
For Tribe Gaming NA, losing in that semi-finals to Valor,
अर्जेंटीना का मैच आधे घंटे में कंफ्यूज हूँ क्या देखूं
losing in the
अर्जेंटीना का मैच देख लेना
to dwindle down, but then again, they
देखो
have been
कुछ ना कुछ तो कहीं ना कहीं तो मैसी सिचुएशन होगी, या तो ब्रॉल स्टार्स के अंदर मैसी सिचुएशन चल रही होगी या उधर मैसी सिचुएशन चल रही होगी। वैसे ब्रॉल स्टार्स को साइड बाय साइड देखना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, क्योंकि देखा जाए तो 5 मिनट का अगर मैच है उसमें से 3 मिनट तो ये सब फाइन टाइम पास में निकल जाता है, और मैच 2 मिनट के होते हैं सिर्फ।
Teams were having to 1v2 that Daryl, give up the mid lane and just sort of try and collapse the side lane to answer that threat. So pretty prescient selection to ban here, and Carl also. Na'Vi don't want any of these shenanigans. This team is really aggressive. They have some really wacky takes on the metagame and sort of what...
मैसी गॉड को मिस नहीं करना चाहता, लास्ट गेम हो सकता है उसका अर्जेंटीना के लिए आज। हे 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 हे। बात तो सही है। क्या हुआ, इनका भी लैग होने लगा क्या? ब्रॉक ओके। ईव
They're going to utilize a lot of their maneuverability on this map. There's a lot of water in which Eve can get a lot of value from just her...
अगर ये वाला मैच अर्जेंटीना हार जाए तो वो बाहर और स्टेयर्स क्लाइम नहीं कर पाएगा। 8-bit
extra credits is going to get a lot of value on here.
Against sharpshooter heavy compositions, Eve Super Baby Boom is actually quite powerful. Their low fire rate of sharpshooters makes it hard for them to deal with those sort of baby Eves that start to run at you. So that's definitely something worth considering. Provides a lot of pressure, and on a map like Bridge Too Far, it's very easy to hatch those, right? Throw that back behind you, keep it safe, and then set up in a big way. 8-bit is crucial. You can make those forays forward, right?
इसलिए यार I don't want Messi Argentina career to end like this.
I like that from Navi. It's one that they have gone to time and time again, and it is going to have a great deal of area spray, and there's always something to have on the left or right hand side lane that can really scout those bushes for you and seek out and destroy. The third and final pick for Navi coming in, and it's going to be a riskier time for them. They haven't really got much choice of a tank, and they're going to play
Colt.
a huge risk. Colt coming in. What a draw for Navi, but here's the thing about Colt, it can get some tremendous taps, but you've got to land those shots, and that is where Tribe Gaming NA can make it very, very difficult in that respect and make sure those jukes are really on point.
Yeah, Colt obviously weaker against enemies that can
इसमें कैरियर कहाँ से आ रहा है?
high speed, but these lanes are really quite confined. So if you're just firing straight down the lane, it can be pretty hard to avoid the
कैरियर यहाँ से आ रहा है कि भाई उसकी एज तुम जाकर देख लो, वो नेक्स्ट फीफा वर्ल्ड कप नहीं खेल पाएगा, इवन रोनाल्डो भी नहीं खेल पाएगा, दोनों का ही लास्ट है।
And that's why I'm kind of surprised that Navi went with the Colt, because more often than not, when you see a Lola drafted, the follow-up is normally the counter to it, and it may have helped them out a little bit, and Tribe have got themselves in a good spot. The thing about the 8-bit though is that in terms of maneuverability, much slower. Therefore, Colt shots can land far more effectively. So Zulan is going to have to get those turrets coming in really, really quickly.
What do you make of this double lane on the left-hand side from Navi?
I mean, now the bell shots are starting to ricochet between the two. I think they're going to start to second guess it. But S-Livy is connecting so nicely on his own, and MMA jumping through, strains the shots of Zulan, he gets taken down, and now damage gear plus extra credits onto the safe.
That is bizarre. Rocket Lace is used to go across the lane and try and fight an 8-bit up close and personal. The guy is hefty.
You can't do that against an 8-bit. You can't. Now MMA being marked up in the mid is a concern, and the double right-hand side lane takedown was beautiful there for Tribe. As Livy can't quite find the shot on MMA, but
ओ भाई 8-bit ने क्या डैमेज दिया है?
damage, and look at this scoreline. In fact, Navi have done a pretty decent job themselves of getting some, on their own.
Yeah, good pressure from that left-hand side lane at the start of the round now. Tyrant's hatching something. Let's see if it's a nasty plot or a goose egg. Shot down the middle here as Tyrant's able to keep a little bit of space, but Navi's safe. He's pretty darn low. MLA under pressure once more as Livy starts to...
And GG's.
Here come Tyrant and Co.
First match goes to Tribe. Very easy. Hello Devil Kichu. अरे हमने किच्चू जानते थे, ये डेविल किच्चू कब बन गया ये? Hello there, what's up? And done.
Comes in, it is done. The first game goes the way.
Easy peasy.
We foreshadowed this a little bit about Na'Vi, right? Some of their drafts and some of their executions are kind of wild. And we just don't see much of MMA. Very much a spiritual leader for this team, right? A real captain's captain. But coming in here, again, a lot of pressure on him to deliver that same brand that we maybe saw from him last year. Tough start for Na'Vi.
Okay. Well, Navi need to learn a little bit about that early game approach. And Tyrant does win the lane, 45 HP to his name. Great stuff from him, but and a juke on top of that, and the pickup. My word, Tyrant, that was lovely.
Again, if you can juke those cold shots, he starts to become pretty vulnerable. Tyrant really laying claim towards the middle part of the map there. Love that little jump from him. Eventually will fall down to the incendiary field. MMA has to use rocket lasers to get away, but as Libby is pressuring this right-hand side, Cubic tries to stand up to Zulan, and the pressure is decent, but reinforcements are on the way.
They're just keeping Navi mismarked though there from Aslivi. The shots will ricochet though between both Angel Boy
मेरे को समझ में नहीं यार नावी करना क्या चाह रही है.
Just that, the spray down from Cubic is connecting onto Zulan, and Zulan is shooking for his life. He does go down. Now, can Navi get out of this spawn and start to return some of this damage?
A lot of pressure now being applied to Tyrant as Angel Boy has knocked down some of those barriers in the middle part of the map. Na'Vi begin to smell that blood in the water.
नावी seems lost.
Power to keep pressuring down. MMA
Lost है already भाई. मतलब एक ही लेन पे सब पुश करना चाह रहे हैं, पता नहीं क्यों एक ही साइड से सब पुश करना चाह रहे हैं.
Honestly, Tribe are looking like
दो लेन तो खाली पड़ी हुई हैं पूरी.
right now. They're picking up the pieces every now and again, struggling to find Navi within the bushes, but when they do, it's swift and quick takedowns. Tyrant now able to focus his attention onto the safe, and we haven't really
पता नहीं क्या चाहते हैं भाई.
That's a concern.
कितने पैसे मिले हैं? अलग से पैसे मिले क्या?
fast track back to spawn in that case, but still, as Livy's
या ये लोग कवर कर रहे हैं कि भाई जल्दी से 3-0 से हार जाते हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम हो चुका है, लोगों को घर जाना है. घर जाना है सबको जल्दी जल्दी, क्योंकि बहुत लंबा मैच चल गया था. मतलब कवर करना पड़ेगा.
It's 27 and counting on the safe, and Tyrant will stand once the smoke clears.
Yeah, it's kind
चलो फर्स्ट सेट गोes to
there with the
ट्राइब.
secondary, but he had the, a great advantage to be able to get those shots. Nonetheless, though, I think the Tribe have done enough for now, and Navi with no time really, except for Angel Boy all on his own. This one's done. Tribe Gaming NA are going to take this first set, and they looked very comfortable in doing so.
Something unexpected there from Na'Vi out of the draft. Cool, calm, and collected with Tribe, though. Picking a composition really styled to that kind of map. The Eve through mid from Tyrant as well. Not something we see all the time, but anytime you can get value in him being able to cross lanes, collapse as well on them if he has to. Really love those.
GG's.
Zulan, the 8-bit, again, putting himself up front and center in many of those fights and just saying, hey, I've got a large health pool, come at me. I'm going to try and get pressure down on your safe. Strong fundamentals there from Tribe, really getting them over the line.
Yeah, it was a risky draft as well, wasn't it, from Navi, and that little play there, a bit questionable, ultimately, and allowing Zulan just to kind of go in for free, and they just didn't really time their runs effectively in that respect, and a lot of the shots, a lot of the accuracy of
ना अभी तो टट्टी खेल रहे हैं.
as we see there, the energy of
भाई समझ में नहीं आया मुझे. मतलब
through, and as things get
3 लेन है इसमें देखा जाए तो.
Zulan is
इसमें बकायदा एक्चुअल में लेन बनी हुई है.
He's a guy that really starts to play to the crowd, really
दो प्लेयर एक ही लेन में जा रहे हैं. एक लेन पूरी खाली छोड़ रहे हैं कि जाओ भाई अटैक करो.
expected more for the SK Gaming in those semis.
खैर जो भी
They
है.
are still very, very hungry, and I think this really tells much of the story here. As Livy having a fantastic go of it on Bell.
Yeah, Tribe have been known in the past to gain a little bit too much confidence too soon.
Sure.
I'm not going to necessarily bring up last year too much because I'm sure when they watch back the VOD it might be that switch.
You'll hear about it. Yeah.
No thumbs down here today, but nonetheless, that's the start that you want to have at the World Finals.
हीरे हकते हुए.
Come in and make your mark. It gives you
Navi,
confidence going into
अच्छा.
second. It's a tough spot for Navi. This is a LAN experience which they're not used to having. So being behind now is going to mean they're going to have that little bit of time to have those team talks to discuss what they need to change
Okay.
going into dueling
क्या
games.
कम बैक कर पाएगी ना अभी
Yeah, really curious.
या
Looking at the
2-0 हो जाएगा अभी.
MMA still there. Na'Vi have surplus players, of course. It's
Zeta में just gave anxiety to me.
team. On the side of Tribe, obviously Corey definitely stepping more into that coach.
Okay, Penny.
Supporting that team, leveraging his leadership ability. Straight away, Penny's going to be locked away. Pretty popular pick here.
Navi really love to run Penny. I mean, I remember my first conversation with them regarding draft and
मेरी prediction तो गयो
but Penny here
clean
can
sweep
do
का.
some great and wondrous things. The bans on the side and Tribe being Poco, I think, are smart. Banning Poco against Tribe, against Navi, you have to do that. You really do.
भाई देखो आज का हाईलाइट तो वैसे ही ब्रॉल स्टार्स को मिल ही गया है भाई. जीटा ने पूरे 1 घंटे खेला है भाई साहब.
Gonna come in for Tribe Gaming NA.
पूरा एक एक राउंड निकाला, पूरा एक एक मैच.
Just in the eventuality that Navi
बोले कुछ नहीं छूटना चाहिए, लास्ट तक चलना चाहिए.
Take a great all-rounder first here with Janet. Start to sculpt your draft a little bit with something a little bit.
क्लीन स्वीप ही होगा अपन नावी का.
Hunting elastic can be such a problem, especially if you're able to push up and you have the advantage. And then you can round it out. You can kind of see what Navi go for. Now at least you have the chance to sort of
Otis ले लो भाई.
pick the wacky one, right? As a
पोटिस
was locked in earlier on by Navi.
पोटिस.
Tribe maybe prefer to be in this position now. Obviously, we sort of mentioned a couple of times, we've seen a little bit of Buster here, but he's just not
Bell?
sure that Tribe want to deal with. Bell though
Hey.
is on the table and snapped up.
ये भी
I
ठीक है.
really do like that pick. Bell
Yeah.
now with the reload gear coming into play is just a real force to be reckoned with. The Nest X as well onto the zone can
पता नहीं भाई क्या कॉम्प लेके खेल रहे हैं, समझ में नहीं आ रहा मुझे तो.
do not have in dueling beetles. It's quite a tough one.
कौआ.
Coming in,
वाह.
Navi
वाह.
daring. It's kind of dropped a little bit
Wow.
away from the meta, but obviously with the slowing toxin, it is
Daring
good
choices.
for those Bell and Penny shots to land them off.
Daring
That
choices.
all-important value in.
Especially if you're in a scenario where you have to retake, right? And the defending team has to expose themselves to your crow to some degree. The slowing toxins can be pretty straightforward to hit. Now, it's not an all-in, composition after the fact, but like you mentioned, slow targets are easy meat for Cubic and MMA on those picks.
Sprout.
Trying to be knocked in here. Corey sat on the bench like, that could be me.
हेलो आयुष सिंह, मुझे रेस ट्वीट तारा मिल गई. बढ़िया भाई, हमको भी कल ही मिल गई थी. बैले क्यों लिया पता नहीं, क्या सोच के खेल रहे हैं मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. बैल क्यों लिया, बैल बुद्धि की तरह बैल ले लिया, उसके बाद फिर कौआ भी लिया है. नो वॉल ब्रेकर टाइप 1 वही बोल रहे हैं. मतलब कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. 2-0 देख लो भाई, 2-0.
So the right first steps have been taken by Tribe NA, but there still needs to be a conversion on the series. MMA will be trying to man the middle part of the map here as Tyrant, as we expected, attends. Is Livy, of course, as well. No, you notice here that Tribe are really spreading out into a lane to have to deal with Cubic. They're really trying to opt out of going one-to-one with him for the time being. MMA is starting to get aggressive, posturing.
ये देखो, बस हो गया, काम खत्म. स्प्रूट को सुपर मिल गया है, अब वो जहाँ चाहे उधर का बंद कर देगा रास्ता. काम खत्म भाई, ये लो, हो गया, काम खत्म भाई. मैच खत्म हो गया, खत्म मैच खत्म. ये लो.
Drop the base. So frustrated to deal with when you've got no choice but to stand in it and not be able to get healed up. Zula now starting to get a bit comfortable here. MMA slowed up. The iron
Easy peasy.
to follow is good. Cubic has to sheepishly back up as Tribe start to lay it on even thicker. Angel Boy and MMA return. We definitely need to see some value from this crow.
Yeah, it's really a bit of a
आप किसका सपोर्ट कर रहे हो विनर के लिए? भाई अभी तो फिलहाल हम नावी को किए थे, बट जिस हिसाब से वो लोग खेल रहे हैं लग तो कुछ नहीं रहा है. क्या सोच के खेल रहे हैं पता नहीं.
But now, as Livy needs to get some value, he needs to get some takedowns here to really relieve some pressure. That's a good start. Tyrant behind the situation as well is going to keep some pressure on here. The comeback potential here.
And boom.
What a retake from Tribe.
Love that. Tyrant being absolutely obnoxious in the backline. He requiring Navi to commit 2 players in order to remove him. That opens the way for Tribe to move up onto the hot spot. Once more.
क्या ही कौवा की पिटाई हो रही है भाई, कौवा की पिटाई भाई, मजा आ गया देख के.
Hex is going to force Navi back, and it's 86 and counting for the time being. MMA wants to push up here. Now looking for a flank, but as Livy is keeping him under the thumb for the entire round. Tyrant shots are coming in, and it's a trade at best for MMA. Not what he's looking for. Tyrant now wants to try and extricate himself from the situation as Cubic and Angel Boy are looking imperious on the point.
Well, I think the Tribe, they can just get a little bit here and there. It's only 11% needed. What to take down there from Zulan just to relieve a little bit of pressure.
कम ऑन, बैक नहीं हो पाएगा.
Penny Turret starting to connect in for 3% now, and Tyrant will love
इजी पीजी.
will take the game.
रेस्ट इन पीस रोनित हो गया नावी के साथ। अरे अरे अरे
Really struggling to take control of that hot zone out of that sort of one instance.
मैं बोल रहा नावी के लोग हारना नहीं चाहते हैं। अरे वो लोग टाइम कवर कर रहे हैं। अगर आपको भूल गए हो तो 1 घंटा अकेला जीटा ने मैचेस ने खा लिए पूरा खेल के, तो बेचारे परेशान हो गए। बोले अलग से पैसा देने को तैयार हो गए हैं ब्रॉल स्टार्स वाले। बोले जल्दी हार जाओ, हमको कवरेज करनी है भाई, हमको कवर करना है।
Cycling in as Livy is getting so much value from this sprout.
ये लो कितना इजी, मतलब देखो हाउ मच इजी इट इज।
A bit more of a vulnerable position, but Tyrant chimes in instantly. And Angel Boy has tried to make a lane swap here to find a better angle, but Zulan has eluded him thus far.
ये कितना इजी है कौए को मारना भाई, वेरी इजी।
That bell, but Navi gonna have Angel Boy sit in the bleachers for the time being to return
Yeah.
only when two of his teammates are down.
खत्म, फिनिश, टाटा बाय बाय, गया
Tyrant is being attacked.
नाई पूरा टट्टी।
Forcing Navi to the right-hand side into the path and the firing range of Zulan. And he has a super, he gets that connection, the miss mark. Angel Boy is going to be
भाई मेरे को तो यही नहीं समझ में आया कि
Penny Tyrant not
बैले और
on the side of Tribe, keeping themselves
कौआ
and now
कौआ इस मैप में भाई समझ में नहीं आया। उधर स्लो डाउन करने वाली कोई चीज ही नहीं है। यहाँ तो टैंकी ब्रॉलर भी लेता कोई तो समझ में आ जाता।
Of the round, always lacking that one player, and Angel Boy again eats another one from Zulan.
हो गया खत्म, फिनिश, टाटा बाय बाय, 2-0 ना।
Celebration as Tribe rack up another one.
नाइवर्स डालवर्ड अच्छा होता, क्लैश ऑफ टट्टीस। ये नाविक एक्स्ट्रा पैसा मिले हैं जल्दी मैच खत्म करने के लिए। और क्या भाई, फुल प्रेशर, जल्दी खत्म करो।
Navi are going to have
या तो देखो,
to make some changes.
या तो एक्स्ट्रा पैसे मिले हैं, या तो ये लोग इतना ज्यादा इंस्पायर्ड हो रखे हैं जीटा डिवीजन वाले से कि पहले 2 मैच हारना है फिर कमबैक करेंगे। हम भी बताएंगे कि रिवर्स कमबैक कैसे करते हैं,
As long as it starts to pay off.
रिवर्स स्वीप करके बताएंगे हम। बिल्कुल
Yeah, think about their
दुनिया हिला देंगे इन लोगों की।
their personal lives at the start of the
दोनों ही केसेस में
months, and then obviously
कुछ ना कुछ तो हो गई।
EMEA region a little late, sort of having to play
15 मिनट में 2 सेट होगा लॉल। बस यही चल रहा है। हेलो स्टार्कटन है, ट्राइब इन, ट्राइब का लैन एक्सपीरियंस दिख रहा है यहाँ क्लियर। अरे भाई एक्सपीरियंस में तुम्हारा गेम प्ले खराब हो सकता है, तुम्हारी दिमाग तो खराब नहीं होगा ना कि तुम कोई सा भी सड़ा ब्रॉलर ले लोगे। ये कौन सा बहाना हुआ भाई कि लैन का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ टट्टी ब्रॉलर ले लेता हूँ।
This time round for those challenge finals.
लैन एक्सपीरियंस का
9 to the 6.
टट्टी ब्रॉलर लेने से क्या कनेक्शन है?
Just one singular takedown for MMA, one singular takedown for Cubic, and Angel Boy was doing a lot of those heavy lifting there. I just worry a little bit for Navi at this stage. We haven't really seen enough resolve so far, and Tribe's confidence now is just kind of growing and growing.
Look, you know, don't blame MMA, personally.
एरिया कंट्रोल लेना चाहिए था, लाइक लो और एम्बर।
Facilitate with that slowing time.
वही बात है,
Even when he wants to commit, when he wants to dive in with that
यही तो होता है एक्सपीरियंस दिमाग में नहीं दौड़ा रहे वो लोग प्रेशर में। अरे 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 अरे
damage Tribe can output here.
ये विल बी ओपन इन दिस मैप।
Navi have one more opportunity to show us what they're made of. But they're going home.
चीपू भैया बैंड है।
Sneaky fields then, and this is a Navi map really, and a Navi game mode. It's going to cater a lot to some tanks, some heal, no max ban as well.
कुछ भी ब्रॉलर्स लिए जा रहे हैं।
Ash is a good one.
एम्स नाइस, गुड चॉइस।
In the M's, I mean, it's a very underrated pick.
एंड लेट्स सी इस बार क्या वो कमबैक कर पाते हैं या 3-0 से खत्म होके सीधे हम लास्ट मैच में पहुंच जाएंगे।
Kind of thing, but it can
लाइक फुल कवरेज भाई, पूरा जो जीटा वाले 1 घंटे खाए हैं उसका कवरेज अभी कर देंगे। बोले क्या फटाफट मैच खत्म हो रहा है भाई।
with the max myself.
दे हेड पिंग डिफरेंस, वाह 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 वाह, सही बात है। 100 किलोमीटर दूर बैठ के खेल रहे हैं ना दोनों।
Envelops it here. So for that reason, we've seen a lot of brawlers. Sort
एक जो है वो पेरिस में खेल रहा है और दूसरा जो है लंदन में जाके खेल रहा है।
Buster got through the ban phase. Navi snap pick him up.
Yeah, right. It's rightly so, isn't it? It's just this comp is starting to speak Navi to me already, and that gives me some confidence. If they combine this with Poco, then Tribe.
But the servers were of the final locations.
Here's a question for you.
Kill Jard.
Does reflect Ems's spray?
Good question, actually. Yeah. It should.
Projectiles,
It should
right?
do. Yeah, it's only a throw as a 10 to, so yeah. It's still early days, of course, with Buster, but yeah. You should do.
Keep an eye out for that one. And Gale's interesting. We've seen Gale get really punished when he's picked early in the order, when he falls down to a lot of those sort of more ranged brawlers. But this is the kind of map where tough to have that kind of success. It also means that there's like a preemptive.
अरे गोल्डी लास्ट ईयर की बात हो रही. Hello Jasper Nave. Hey, hello there. No,
Great counter to Buster. It is
every team who faced Navi complained about the ping difference. How are you? I'm all good. Thanks for asking. How's your stream going? All good. Thanks to you.
Actually did make a lot of sense, and Tribe Gaming and A just demonstrating just how on the ball they are when it comes to how to handle a really tough brawler like Buster. But it is a very
But anyways, that was a strong Navi team compared to this time for Gale stun trick shot.
To that question, just having some support there to keep everyone packing that punch.
I will say, pretty darn close range composition here for Na'Vi. So Ruff's definitely, must feel pretty decent for.
Let me do you have only play or a variety streamer? Bro, if you are looking for offer to give me like graphics design and all the things, you are the 8th person who are giving this offer to me. So if you are going in that direction, then let me tell you, I am already having 8 offers in my DMs. So if you want, you can also send. Simple as that. Otherwise, yes, I am a regular streamer. And mostly I stream on YouTube, not on Twitch. जेसन मेन बंदा था नावी टीम का, बट ब्राउजर बैंड है रशिया में, इसलिए ही कांट पार्टिसिपेट.
when there's teammates close by. Already, he explodes forward and blows Tyrant to smithereens. This is already going from bad to worse here for Tribe. Zulan having to get that super down and recover the ball. That was shaky, though.
Yeah, but I did like the way that Zulan approached it, and Tribe just got to be a bit more cautious again. Oh, what a double stun from MMA. Beautiful teamwork there from Navi. Can they get the ball? No, just going to play it slow. But as now Cubic comes back in, it does lead to some potential. Great break as well from Tyrant, going to open up some space.
The speed gear is so scary on Buster here. He can run you down so quickly as he starts to approach. But here's Eslivy now, getting a lot of scouting done, of course, with that primary fire. All of Navi forced to try and leave the grassy area. Remember, that ball is still back in that corner here. Tribe looking to try and gain an advantage before they really start.
Okay, but I am not designer. Good.
Again, MMA stunning out Eslivy and leaving him like a sitting duck there. Cubic coming through as well. The pass can be there. It is. Will the goal happen? There's the friend zone coming.
Oh, no.
Beautiful defense from Tribe.
Yeah, love the knockback there from that Ems gadget. Gives just enough breathing room to make sure the bus is breathing nothing but fumes. Again, as Livy wants to try and hold them down on this right-hand side. Ball has moved up here. Montage from Cubic now, but Tribe weren't born yesterday. They knew to hold their shots. Cubic is going to struggle there.
Tyrant's pushing forwards. Supply drop pickup is also there, but Eslivy getting a ton of value there. But MMA can put down a twister here. He probably will do. He's spying his time, doesn't want to bait it out too early. I do like that strategy, and there's not really much that Tribe can do here unless they try to go on the aggressive, try to focus their attention to Cubic and Angel Boy.
That's a nice
MMA is good at Gale.
But it does pave the way. Angel Boy wanted to move up, but Cubic got taken down by Tyrant in the meantime. Now this supply drop starting to really have an impact, ramping up the lethality from the Tribe squad. No score yet with 25 seconds left in the round, and again, overtime definitely on the table.
You've got to admire the patience of MMA. He really is holding up this game so far. Tribe are in a position where they're trying to bait out the gadget, and he's just not giving them an inch. He knows that he can utilize that in overtime as we're going into that in 10 seconds. Speed at just the right time, the ball coming through. Can they make something of this opportunity now for Navi?
Zulan tries to go for the super. Going to be harder and harder to get value from that now. Eslivy with the ball as we move up the middle of the map. Again, Cubic has Montage available, looking for Angel Boy, of course. Let's Go's popped, and Navi start to spread a little bit. Montage now being used. Eslivy is going to be forced into the background. Costly Charisma used, but it's not going to be enough. Angel Boy's able to find the kill, but Tyrant's there. MMA's a little bit low, this close from being frozen, but he's able to dodge the shots for the time being. Can barely say the same for Angel Boy. He and Tyrant leave each other black and blue.
Now the speed coming in, and that is a concern, but Eslivy just knows to spray down that ball and try to deter the situation. it's going to be so close, but I feel like Navi have got some good momentum. If Angel Boy goes down, though, that could change things. Cubic as well needs the speed to back it up, and he does go down. A great opportunity, but can Tribe seize this?
Cubic might have to try and force back here with the super. Yeah, he pops it straight away, sends it into this direction. Cubic will fall now. 7 seconds left in the round.
क्यूबिक फर्स्ट बनना है टू रीच सोलो पावर लीग मास्टर्स इन ब्रॉल स्टार्स और टाइम में पिटेगी नावी। ओए भाई क्या मैच था ये, ड्रॉ पे निकल गया।
I've got to be honest, I felt like when Navi was setting up going into overtime, that they were going to try to go for that goal scoring opportunity. It felt a bit strange to me that they just kind of left the ball out there for Tribe to do something with, and maybe they just felt like they didn't have the utility they needed to go on the aggressive, but nonetheless, I just felt like that was a good opportunity missed, but a chance to reset, and that's going to be arguably more so in favor of Tribe, actually.
Really feel like MMA's had the better of Livy a lot of the time in his side lane, punishing with that Gale Force, getting stun connection. MMA's able to sort of turf him out, push him back towards his side of the map. Can do, pop by Zulan. Cubic now trying to pinch, and Livy's going to go down. This is looking scary now. It's only going to be Tyrant standing. Cubic walks it on in, or at least he will. Needs to send a message. Message received.
Yeah, it's great to waste that bit of time because you just never know at the end of the game how it's going to fare. If Tribe are going head first towards the goal, and that is the thing which prevents it from happening, it's going to be money in the bank.
Easy matchup for us.
Right now under pressure, Cubic with a great positioning over there. Is Livy there, and a very swift takedown. Beautiful stuff. Angel Boy coming through. Cubic, oh, but the misplay! The misplay is a missed opportunity. Big time for Navi. That is showing me a sign of nerves.
Not the kind of moment Navi would like to remember. In fact, I'm sure they're going to put it behind him as quick as possible. Another super here from Zulan. MMA definitely steps outside the ring. Normally he steps into the ring in his personal life, but bit of a mix-up here. MMA again with Gale Force in hand. Tribe have to play more assertively here, but they're scared of just running into Buster randomly amongst this grass. Cubic as well is able to stay outside of that super, but it creates some space here for Tribe.
Cubic
He's going!
caught with nowhere to go, and frozen out as well. Can this Livy get this ball forwards? Enough, because MMA can twist this, and he does do it at the perfect time, but the amount of momentum isn't enough. Tribe will score.
भाई मेरे क्या ही चल रहा है ये।
There was perfect in fact, but as Livy just recovers the ball.
ये कुछ ज्यादा ही नहीं खुश हो गए थे नावी वाले कि भाई देखो हमने एक गोल कर दिया।
A little bit interesting. Angel Boy gets caught out there by Tyrant. We've got 27 seconds left.
This is a great chance for Tribe to get their supers rolling. As soon as the boxes go down, try to get that shot off, and Tyrant in a great position here. If he gets down MMA, that's a great person to have out of the mix there. The speed from Angel Boy going on the aggressive.
हक दिया क्यूबिक ने।
Lovely timing on that, and just taking their time to score as Tribe Gaming NA move on to match point.
Let's talk about some of the tough moments for Navi there. They really hold on. Big missed opportunity here.
Yeah, we said, didn't we? Like, looking back, it was going to be a costly one, and that was the moment there. And
Could have ended the round right there.
yeah, possibly so. I mean, it was one of those moments that goes to show the LAN experience difference, as we were discussing coming in, and Tribe have got that under their belt more so. It's a tough thing, a lot of people here, a lot of pressure.
Must win round for Navi. This might be it for them. Cubic barely hanging on. As Livy also looking pretty haggard there as he's forced to back away. No more second chances for Navi here as Livy goes for that caustic charisma, forcing Cubic back here and also scouting those bushes for anyone else.
Yeah, they're just taking their time. Speed coming in from Navi, and they've got to just make sure that they get some takedowns. Livy gonna go down here. But the ball in a good spot. Tyrant as well can use that super if he needs.
My goodness.
He's got the ball now as well. Cubic comes in, but didn't quite grasp it at the same time. I think there wasn't a chance to shoot, but as Livy just coming in and causing a bit of a body block there.
Another Gale Force there, friend zoner, forcing MMA back. Cubic starting to converge on them now, but Angel Boy has to back away. Navi can't get both their side lanes in order here, and Cubic's gonna flatten his Livy once more. This is dirty stuff.
Cubic gonna go in. Zulan out of position there. A lifeline for Navi.
The audacity of that goal. The no was in disbelief. But Navi hanging on. The only way they know how at this point. Angel Boy punished though on the middle part of the map, getting a little bit too close to Eslivy and co. Cubic was super. Backed into the corner. Tyrant. Oh my goodness, that's a close one.
Well, Navi just looking to regroup. They would prefer to approach this as a three-piece. Being locked in. Cubic's got his super as well and will use it, but actually cancelled a bit of a misclick there.
Girl super lul.
MMA goes for the twisty on
Oh.
the right side, but he's going to get brought down. It's just Cubic. Cubic first.
Nah.
It's not enough. One apiece with 27 seconds left.
Well, Hydro comes in. Tribe know they've got the momentum on their side, and Angel Boy brings in some speed. But Cubic is worried about the three.
Girl super lul.
To Zulan too quickly. MMA with Grace done again.
Oh. Oh, I finished.
Cubic can't really push us at the moment. They
Goal.
It's wide open.
And goal. That's it.
And Tribe giving an A. Will take it on.
Farm khatam. Tata bye bye.
What other way for your number one
GG's.
Latam North to finish it?
देखा टाइम कवर करना था उनको. They are covering the time. That's it. Nothing else.
Ball set. But for Navi, them coming alive, it was just too late. A head of steam built up by Tribe NA, and even with Captain MMA at the fore, it's not enough for the CIS region team.
Very dominant stuff, you know, wasn't it? It was Tribe giving an A. Just another day back in the office. The energy, the flamboyance of this team and confidence that's going to be going through to that next round. They're looking scary, aren't they? You got to be honest, they are looking very, very scary.
So important for this Tribe team to start on the front foot after having a frankly awkward last couple of months. They've seen the rest of their own region rise up around them, and I'm sure at times they've questioned, do we still have it takes to dominate at the global level? The answer to that is yes. The EMEA's number 5 seed has been vanquished. And this squad is starting to look pretty darn scary. They deal so well with the Buster, right? Newer brawler, definitely sometimes can pull off these unexpected moments here. But I love that composure from Tribe, especially when they're down a goal in that previous round against Na'Vi. They fight back in brilliant style. This is extremely exciting Brawl Stars, and I love that finish there from Ezlivy. These guys are here to play.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Knocking the headphones off as well. You just can't hold back, Zulan. But look at Tyrant there. Oh my word, 18 kills. That's Angel Boy and Cubic put together.
Yes.
He was doing so much work. 241 DPS. Putting in time, putting in work.
On roughs, of all things, by the way. And your MVP is going to be none other than Tyrant Star. What a match from him and the rest of Tribe NA. They have sometime, not a lot of time, sometimes start thinking about now what's next, right? They're definitely going to be looking at the rest of this bracket and going, okay, it's last match of the day. We probably have an idea who we're expecting to go up against, so perhaps they're starting to think about prepping for that. We had a chat with Zulan earlier today. It's so funny, so energetic, definitely a lot of confidence on a stage, but off stage we sort of asked him, he just really refused to put him out there. He really refused to make any sort of saucy statements to us. He said, no, look, I mean, Na'Vi are really unpredictable. We've seen what they've done to other teams in Europe. We've seen what they did to SK most recently. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. And I think that shone through in their play.
Yeah, I feel like Zulan has a very firm grasp on himself, honestly. Very modest now. You know, he's starting to mature in a wonderful way, and I think Tribe Gaming NA know themselves that, you know, anything can happen on the world stage, and keeping their cards close to their chest and just, you know, making it count through their thumbs is what Tribe Gaming NA is all about.
That's right, let's have a look at our bracket now and catch up with where we are in day number 2. We have one match left in our round of 16, and as you can see, Na'Vi are vanquished, Tribe Gaming advance to play the winner.
Finally, we are on to the final. Reckoning versus ST Gaming. Woohoo! वर्ल्ड की गर्लफ्रेंड से बात करते हुए कितना ब्लश हो रहा है ये. तुम्हें कैसे पता चला? सबको नहीं बताना चाहिए ना. बुलौआ आ रहा भाई नीचे की, आजा भाई सो जाओ. 12 बज गए हैं. कौन बताएगी, अभी एक मैच बाकी है. जीटा वालों ने बहुत ज्यादा खेल लिया था. विच 3 टीम्स ही नहीं है. मैं 2 मंथली फाइनल्स ईच. 2 मंथली फाइनल्स ईच. अभी एसके टीम क्यूसो. भाई बड़ा कंफ्यूजन है. और द करेक्ट आंसर वाज वही जो मैंने सिलेक्ट किया है, एसके ट्राइब यू और ये सब वाला. वैसे तो मेरे को पॉइंट्स की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन ठीक है.
Take a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start to turn our attention towards our final match of the day. Reconic Esports go up against SK Gaming, and frankly, Reconic are an enigmatic team for us. Mainland China only had one of those qualifier matches to decide who would go through. Reconic didn't even win that one. More on that, of course, after we welcome them out to the stage.
Et allez, c'est l'heure du dernier match de la journée. Un gros match encore une fois. On a eu 3 énormes matchs et il en reste un seul ticket à valider pour demain. Et celui-là, il est un petit peu spécial évidemment parce qu'il y a une équipe qui nous vient de Chine et j'en ai parlé tout à l'heure. Cette équipe est un petit peu particulière.
ये मैच तो आराम से
Je vais vous demander de faire un max de bruit pour le
SK ये मैच तो SK आराम से जीतेगा. देखते हैं क्या होता है. SK जीतता है, क्या करता है. क्या ये मैच जल्दी खत्म होंगे 3-0 से बकायदा सफाया हो जाएगा या फिर ये भी लंबा खींचेगा. रेकनिंग. अरे एक ही बंदा है. वाह, पूरी टीम से अकेला बंदा खेलेगा. वाह, इसे बोलते हैं वन मैन आर्मी. अब बताओ, जो लोग बोल रहे थे ना ये वीजा नहीं मिला इसलिए नहीं खेला बंदा इंडिया से, अब बोलो बोलो अब इसका क्या जवाब है तुम्हारे पास. खिलाना होता तो ऐसे भी खिला लेते. अब बताओ, इसका आंसर दो मुझे. नेशन वांट्स टू नो. आंसर दीजिए मुझे इस चीज का. या तो किडनी दे दीजिए या आंसर दे दीजिए. इसका आंसर चाहिए अपने को. लेकिन
Et les derniers adversaires du jour, ils représentent le côté IMEA et on les connaît bien. Il reste une seule place à valider pour demain. Un tonnerre d'applaudissements pour SK Gaming.
SK Gaming have been competing since the very birth of Brawl Esports. Semantic EA and iChaos with Coach Pedro understand the importance of both patience and controlled aggression better than anyone else. In the grand final of MSI this year, they took Zeta Division 1 all the way to match point, proving that they have what it takes to be world champions themselves. A team who scream louder than their spectators who cheer for them. Their passion speaks for itself.
In 2021, the El Clasico was SK Gaming versus AC Milan clash. Coming into this year, they made those two teams into one. Gear, iChaos, Semantic. The marriage of two teams that gave us some of the most exciting stories, rivalries, games in the EMEA region became this tour de force that's known as SK Gaming with an unmatched amount of LAN experience as far as European teams are concerned. These guys are the real deal. They won 2 monthly finals in March and September, so a decent gap between them, but no one's ever doubted this team. Even through their ups and downs arc, everyone has feared the name SK.
Exactly that. You know, they are and have been so experienced every step of the way, but we've got to talk about last year for them at the World Finals. You know, it was not the experience that they were hoping to have.
Not putting it lightly.
In the first round, yeah, by Tribe Gaming NA, who, just to point out, they could well be facing again. We might get that
Don't
grudge
tempt me
match.
with a good time, Mark.
I know. And of course with MSI, you know, that was the matchup as well that we saw, but SK triumphant there. And just that one game away from actually taking the MSI championship for themselves.
It was incredible, that matchup between SK and Zeta Division 1. It went all the way. This team, while they're looking at their opponent's heel, you know, we heard from Pedro, he said, look, we just don't have really any information about this team. We had to be prepared for anything, but they're also looking ahead. They're looking at that Zeta Division 1 team. They're coming back for what is theirs, and it's going to be quite a climb to get there. So right now, they need to dot their I's, cross their T's, they need to play tight, play perfect, and prepare themselves for what's to come.
do really feel for Tok as well, I'll be honest, because, you know, SK are a scary team when they get loud. They love to try to intimidate.
बाकी रोड प्लेयर्स जो है घर से खेल रहे हैं, तो वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, इसका आंसर दो ना मुझे। जो लोग बोल रहे थे वीजा नहीं मिला, ये नहीं मिला, इसलिए खेल नहीं रहा है,
Promise from Reconic Esports.
तो खिलाना होता तो ऐसे भी खिला लेते।
Been tough for the mainland China region. Last year with Trick of China, they really did struggle against Queen Nai. They couldn't get a single game under their belt, and no doubt that will be still in the back of their minds here today. But this is a tough one. I'm not going to sugarcoat it too, but this is definitely a tough one here for Reconic.
Yeah, I mean, you saw our predictions earlier on here. SK Gaming are an absolute juggernaut, and frankly, opportunities for teams like Reconic Esports to take on the rest of the world are limited.
अनफेयर होने वाला पिंग डिफरेंस अगेन।
Absorb what they can from
अब
seeing
जो भी होने वाला है,
nothing really
अब वो उनकी मर्जी है।
getting out there in person and doing the
मैं इंडिया को पिंग तो तुम जानते हो ना।
time to get this thing going, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be Goldirock for knockout first.
Yeah, and the poll with the big 81% in favor of SK Gaming. I'm actually a bit surprised based on some of the numbers that we've seen already in the past 2 days. It's kind of actually relatively low. I mean, when you look at the big picture, Reconic going to be picking up Hyper straight away. Banning out the Fang is a good shout, actually, because SK would love to get their hands on that one. Now, they obviously will not. Bonnie and Sprout, Gus, Brock, and Tick banned out by SK.
I swear I saw very recently, actually, a Fang 1 versus 3 on this map. It might have been like East Asia or one of those sort of more peripheral regions, but there's a big reason why no one really wants to deal with the Fang in those moments. He can absolutely turn up the heat in an instant. So the Gus ban here as well for SK. You know, it's a pick that we've seen them experiment with. Gia's playing a ton of Gus in that October monthly final, but the Nani getting picked up here. Peep gets extra scary when you don't get to respawn after getting blown up by it.
Yeah, but you gotta land them. That's the thing as well. But nonetheless, it's a great counter to Piper. You know, that is going to be an interesting matchup to follow on those lanes, and I'm sure, no doubt about it, SK will be.
मुझे बुरा लग रहा है बेचारे आरसीएन के प्लेयर्स के लिए जो अकेले स्टेज पे।
There is still a
वन मैन आर्मी भाई।
the worst of ideas to have some kind of other range brawler. Rico going to come in. iChaos, of course, as we all know, arguably the best Rico in the entire EMEA region, if not the entire world. If there's anyone that knows how to make that brawler do the business, it's him.
Now business is about to be good, I have a feeling, Ark.
Stonks.
Again, playing those side lanes obviously is where we often find iChaos really aggressive, wants to collapse that side lane as early and often as possible. A lot of Penny, a lot of Lola play as well from iChaos where possible. We have the Roughs locked in here for good night.
चलो मैं जा रहा सोने। अरे बस हम भी जा ही रहे हैं। बॉय 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 पपॉय।
Survivability intact, and in a game mode like knockouts when SK are going to
आधे घंटे लगेंगे ज़्यादा मुझे लगता है।
can be problematic. Say the least. Carl though coming in, and I mean there's very little to say now about Carl having seen it over the past few days. We know that this brawler has really catapulted into the forefront of the meta. Those flying hooks can be incredibly aggressive and can really get behind your opposition, and that strategic play can catch you off guard.
There's something very special about seeing star players on these mid-range brawlers, right? Brawlers that can either be fairly passive, play fairly safe, but also on a dime can jump on in full engage and look to find those eliminations. And then, of course, in knockout, it's a big deal. Eve gets picked up here, so this is a fascinating one.
मनु को स्टीन मिल गई, अब उससे कोई मतलब नहीं गेम से।
Yeah, it's now
वो तो यही सीन है भाई हर जगह का।
nearly as, I don't want to say bad, but it was definitely one that dropped out of the meta, but now coming back in again as a helping hand of those gears, and a tiny little buff here and there, but it's the hatchlings that can really cause a problem to brawlers like Piper. So I hope for Reconic that the communication is on point when it comes to those hatchlings and preparing themselves for it. And in we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick off here on Goldirock. That's SK Gaming versus Reconic Esports TOC. And we will have Gia playing the diagonal, as you would expect from the Nani here, and really gives the Chaos a lot of room to start to move on in.
That reload gear going to be helping out a lot, but a bit low here. Homemade recipe popped.
अरे भाई साहब।
Beautifully done by Gia, but doesn't quite get the takedown on the top of the map. There is a transaction going on with Talk, but so far, both sides standing strong.
You have to, yeah. I mean, we talked about how, you know, Nani does counter Piper, and that's one of the scariest things to deal with there. You think you've landed a shot, you try and guarantee it with homemade recipe, and it gets FedEx straight back to your dome. Toki really trying to be stalwart in this top part of the map and actually keeping Semantic in his home territory. Obviously, you want to play over that water as much as you can, Izzy. That's kind of what the utility that you bring here. So, SK are unperturbed by this current state of affairs here. Gear. Oh, there it is. The peep hits the mark.
3 versus 2 now. Pressure on the Raconic and so many hashlings as well. Chaos is closing in there on Talk and yeah. Talk gonna go down. Chaos will pick it up.
That was pretty tight, actually. Those sandbags there, of course, can be pretty frustrating to deal with if you're SK Gaming. I've got to say, Semantic's really impressed me about his development over the last few years. He's toned down that sort of over-aggression so much, right? And really become such a dependable, stalwart player for this SK Gaming side. That was scary. Talk trying to go in. Semantic popping the gadget, trying to get away. Cannot escape. Great pick up there for Raconic.
Oh, but Talk goes down there on the top left, and now the return to center onto Goodnight. The pickup from Chaos, beautifully done. 2 versus 1. Impet's gonna have to have a lot of time spent juggling this situation, but SK can just play this as slow as they want, and they just get the pickup there and take the first game.
Yeah, a little bit hard to see from that angle there, but Gear sends a peep up to the top part of the map to at least secure a trade as Semantic kind of paves the way with his damage there on that Eve. And there's not much you can do as Talk there on that Carl. You're essentially a sitting duck. Well piloted there from Gear. And again, it's a pretty scary prospect if you're letting this guy build these supers up regularly.
Great stuff. Great starts for SK. But Raconic have been playing pretty decently, I feel. Like, it's just simply a lot of aggressive plays from players like Chaos raining down those shots and the connection there from Goodnight onto Guille. Oh, but the return to sender was popped as well, but the homemade recipe still staying there as well. It's actually going to favor Raconic in that sense. And Chaos will take the front of it.
Yeah, of course, you stand off there for a moment between the Piper and Nani. Imp there, of course. Okay, field promotion for Imp, something we also want to point out. Obviously, making those brawlers more durable over time if they're able to be healed above that full health. Here comes the beat, straight down the middle, though. Sandbags thrown up. Perfect placement.
Yeah, love that from Raconic. Nicely thought through. But time now is getting on, and the gas now starting to show. Talk has got super as well. Good connection yet again from Goodnight, but Guille still returning that favor. Imp very low here, and the gas is going to keep him out of breach here. He goes down himself. Talk going to go in.
Jeez.
1v2, and it won't be enough. Interesting interaction there. We actually saw the Roughs end up firing at the return to center to sort of, you know, get rid of it so his Piper can go back to work. The damage that Imp takes in doing so makes him die to 1 tick of the gas.
Talk's just healing up there. Still a 3 versus 3 now. We'll start to see on the top left as Semantic comes in. Pinch is looking good. The value here could be fantastic. For SK, Imp goes down. Goodnight. Surely not far to follow. He is getting tapped. IKS will have seen that. Now the people come in and try and finish this job.
Goodnight knows
Oh भाई, oh still फिर भी पड़ी गया शॉट तो.
On his own, in game and on stage, it's a tough one against a team like SK.
Confident stuff. I love the way that they spaced out the Piper jump and timed that right.
मनु निकल लिया,
Perfectly.
निकल लिया तो निकल लिया भाई.
SK being quite quiet, quite reserved for a change as well, just to point out. I guess, no, that's actually really quite a nice thing to see, because when you've got someone else on the other side of the stage and it's just a one-man band, you know, I think that shows some good sign of good sportsmanship. But again, they're not going to be so kind in the respects when it comes to. Well, actually, no, yeah, maybe you.
I mean, it's semantic, right? So there's always going to be some degree of exultant celebration. But I'm quite sure that SK also know this could be a longer series. It's already a best of 5 by default, right? So it's longer than your normal quarterfinal runs at a monthly final. And if they make tomorrow, which is looking pretty good so far, that is an extremely, extremely long day.
Yeah, oh yeah, tomorrow's where it all comes down to. In terms of the stats, Guy putting in so much work, you know. Again, that Nani pick, very underrated. That's why it's a bit of a tough brawler to draft on the side of Raconic. Piper early is definitely opening up the door a bit wide there. And
अर्जेंटीना का मैच शुरू हुआ. अरे अरे अरे
Semantic 5 for Guille, 2 for Chaos, but
बढ़िया है.
had a really tough round, it's got to be said.
to get much done. Often outranged, often being called up to be, often being called up to get rid of that return to center. Be like, hey, try and clear the way for your Piper. Now that was SK Gaming's best map type. 86% win rate on knockout. Brawl Ball, not so much for them. A chance for Reconic here to maybe turn up the heat a little bit. We've seen some great storylines today. Plucky teams in an underdog position really put pressure on their opponents. That's what we want to see from Reconic Esports here. I know their conditions aren't ideal, but they're going to play out there on the stage. The crowd definitely behind them in a sense, so let's see if that's going to be enough to spur them to make this competitive.
Bans are in and a swift draft of Poco for SK. I do like that. Banning out though the Ems, the Griff and the Otis on the side of Reconic, the Janet, the Ruffs and the Buster. But Poco, survivability, going to be key here. I wouldn't mind seeing a Gene on the side of Reconic. They wouldn't mind to have some healing qualities themselves from the magic puffs, and we just know how the magic hand can really turn those tides. B is their first draft coming in. The range, of course, the honey molasses and the slows really does pack a sting. But you got to back it up also at the same time, and there's some options still available here. Penny isn't banned, and we know what that can do when you get the turret in just the right spot. It can really put that aggression on the goal or help on the defensive. Let's see as the second pick comes in.
Yeah, Reconic taking their time with this one. Seeing a Poco means that there's actually a whole host of different things that might have to deal with. You kind of foreshadow it here. The Penny comes in. Again, we sort of talked about it, right? If Poco is heralding a more aggressive in your face.
और तुम्हारा फेस टीम ऐसी जगह है, ऐसा लगता है कि तुम आरसीएन के लिए खेल रहे हो. और क्या भाई, आई एम द वन. बेचारा अकेला है ना उधर, उसको सपोर्ट के लिए हमको खड़ा रहना पड़ रहा है. बाकी के टीममेट्स सोचते हैं वो घर पे बैठे हैं, तो मैं ही सोचा मैं ही आ जाता हूँ.
Going to be SK, maybe some bow mines on it for good measure too. I mean,
that is one Ark's way of saying stop drawing Brawl Ball SK, please, God, please. Carl going to get locked in here, so this doesn't feel too slow to me with the surge coming out.
सर्ज आज पूरे मैच में पहली बार सर्ज आ रहा है, आई गेस. इससे पहले कहीं नहीं था. कल तो शायद लिया था किसी ने सर्ज.
It's going to be a very different play style. This is what I've been waiting for. But the Gale comes in for Reconic. How the tides have shifted in this matchup.
Yeah, this is actually really fun. So I do like the response here from Reconic. Gale comes in, who's been very, very good on these Brawl Ball maps in general. So Reconic have quite a few options, right? They do have long-range presence, right? B obviously very, very effective. But as soon as, Chaos tries to close the gap, or Gia especially, right? Trying to go in with Flying Hook and then make a tailspin happen. There are options here for Reconic to sort of put some space in between them and SK Gaming. Obviously, Surge now a bit more of a brawler option, of course. Power Shield giving that extra durability if that's the way he wants to go. It looks like that's the case here, so watch out. If he starts to snowball late into the round, this could be a problem. Already good night, and Tucker in deep trouble. Great twister, but it's not enough to stop the 1v2.
Yes, all with the pass through, Cheeky playing with their food, and we'll get the goal off the back of it. A nice bit of flair. And a very early start, SK picking up the early goal.
I mean, that's the problem, right? Gia really starting to flex on Reconic in this series. Chaos getting involved now a little bit more. Screeching solo gets in the double, and Gia fires one off. That's about as quick as you get on Brawl Ball.
33 seconds, and SK just look so dominant. This is them at home. They're in their playground, and I'm a bit worried for here, Reconic. I mean, they have to start to slow this pace, and they're just going down like flies.
Semantic here, of course, knows he can shrug off a lot of damage as he moves up, and this isn't a domination. This is an extinction event.
What is going on? What is going on? We might have the entire set finished in less than a minute at this rate. The flying hook in from GEA, the pass potential here. This is done, Uber. This one is done and dusted. I have never seen that happen. Not even to mention this being the World Finals. That was just insane. Blink and you miss it.
Well, suffice to say that SK have no intention of playing with their food. Going up 2-0. One of our fastest matches of the tournament so far. You even mentioned it, Ark. This is a team that likes to play slow on Brawl Ball, but this time that Poco comp, that Carl, they have absolutely everything, right? I mean, you have so much healing for the Carl. He can play as aggressive as he likes, and Semantic just collapses that right-hand side every single time. That was absolutely disgusting.
I mean, the replays are basically going to be us watching the entire thing back once again. I mean, I think that could well be up there as the fastest brawl set we've had all year. I don't want to necessarily say it for certain without checking behind the scenes, but that was just absolutely insane. And you've got to ask yourself the question, what chance now does Raconic have to recover from this? Not just simply being 2 sets down, but after the back of that game, I mean, one singular kill. The entire time, just the one.
Well, if you want SK Gaming to show you respect, you have to earn it. Not nearly enough time for Raconic to build up that Gale Super. Not nearly enough time for to get them, you know, a good position for Honey Molasses. The B gets completely cancelled. She doesn't have enough space to go to work, not even enough time to make more than 1 or 2 shots at the start of that round. Flying hook, go forward, don't stop.
Well, I mean, at this stage, you know, SK are known for reverse sweeps themselves, and when they're getting the sweep, they don't tend to ever falter. They just tend to follow through, and this could very well be the last map of the day at this rate. I mean, it's Heist, of course, a map that SK love to be able to play passive in, but I don't feel like that is their game plan today. They are all about the aggression. They're going back to their roots.
Like you said, potentially the last map of the day. Potentially the last set for our representatives from mainland China. Whatever Raconic Esports have left needs to come out now. If they've got something special, they had something in reserve, a secret strategy, an off-the-wall play, you may as well throw caution to the wind and try and make it happen. And of course, the much coveted 8-bit pick locked in straight away by Semantic.
Yeah, I really do love that. I love the bans also. The B being banned here is quite a big one. Colette, great brawler to have. B ban there is going to open up potential for Daryl, of course, but we know that that's going to have to be something that SK can still counter. Lola, I do love that for Raconic. But the chance to respond here from SK.
Yeah, this is where we probably really get to, well, this is where we really get to see what SK are planning to do here, and just what kind of function the 8-bit they're hoping to fulfill in this composition. Some of those more aggressive options definitely on the table. I mean, SK banned literally 3 sharpshooters. 3 of them, B, Bell, Piper. And both teams also banning Piper, with Brock being out of the mix here. There's not a whole lot of that range left to go around.
We could combine the roughs. Ultimately, that will really give a nice damage boost to 8-bit Otis coming in. We've seen so much play for Otis. It really is in such a good spot. And you know, with the Pat Splatter in the bush as well, being able to show up everyone. Bonnie is a very, very SK ranged idea. Being able to keep the momentum of the damage onto the safe, such a crucial thing to have.
Yeah, also having all-in potential. There's always the combo of getting the mute. Bonnie can also try and follow up there, as we know she hits extremely hard when she's able to take the risk and get up close and personal. And just a very robust composition here from SK Gaming. What do you think about the bow here on a map like Bridge Too Far from Raconic?
It's not a bad thing to have. I just feel like there's better options at this stage. It's going to have, you know, the bow mines blocking down some and the choke holds, but yeah.
I didn't expect to see it personally.
Yeah, it's kind of more like an SK kind of combo, to be fair. They will love to use bow, and I don't therefore feel like it's a bad brawler to have. It's just a bit of a safe one, and when you've got to see the big picture of what's coming at you, that's your third and final pick is your bread and butter, ideally. It's just a bit safe.
Pat Splatter straight away from Semantic. He wants a little bit of room and start to put some pressure here on Imp. Goodnight is given a free mid lane here, but not exactly a target-rich environment as Chaos plays in that bush here, just really trying to outrange the bow if at all possible. Goodnight having that damage gear triggered, trying to stay alive in that fight, but Chaos and Tok trade there at the bottom part of the map, but that's a scary one now. Semantic helping Gear out in the mid.
Yeah, Gear just being reserving, I feel, of the extra credits. He'd love to get the damage booster down and just, you know, get that value in.
Yeah.
Mines just, trying to trigger them as well. Now with the speed, he can do so a little bit easier. Semantic just getting taps after tap on the safe. Damage gear. Now we're going to heal up accordingly.
Okay, time to collect that used by Goodnight. Was hoping, obviously, to put some pressure on Chaos. That's naturally the kind of super you want to use to get free damage on the enemy safe, but Raconic aren't in a position to actually be threatening that at all for the time being. Diaz really hard to shift in the middle part of the map, especially now with his speed boosted within the range of that damage amplifier, and Chaos is going in and getting another trade on the right-hand side.
Nice triggering there from Guille. Very defensive turret, but ultimately wants to allow his teammates to win their lanes and gradually push themselves forwards. But this is a scary comp. Ultimately, it could be over with one big single push in from SK, so they're just gearing themselves up, taking it slow, looking to win those trades.
Time to collect there comes out from Reconic. So Goodnight gets value from that super. Chaos will punish there. But now SK saying, okay, this buffer isn't really big enough for us. We definitely need to extend this lead. And Gia getting 3 shots on the safe. That's a scary prospect.
Yeah, extra credits, combining it with the damage booster. 63% remaining now on the save. But it's a relatively close scoreline compared to what we saw, in Brawl Ball. Reconic are having their moments. They're starting to get some momentum. On the right-hand side there, Goodnight's getting some fantastic taps there onto Chaos, but it's Semantic clearing up that left-hand side lane, opening up some space, and Guille with the finish.
Yeah, this is dangerous now. Tough for Reconic to pull themselves out of a position like this. Semantic wanted to posture forward, get some free damage. Time to collect now on the safe. It's decent, but it's not enough for the time being. 17 left in the round.
Opening up some space in the mid as well, but IKS and Semantic are in position. There's nothing that Good Knights can really do here. With 10 seconds remaining and SK locked in firmly, it's going to be them moving on, surely, to match point.
That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. SK Gaming will get this first round in what may well be the final set. A big part of the success for SK in that round is Semantic constantly winning that lane assignment against the Lola, which is not necessarily an easy thing. She can definitely harass you from that long range, but Semantic immediately asserts himself right. Fat Splatter moves up into the space created by that one and constantly dominating Imp, who's had a really tough series in general.
Talk there was trying to keep that super totem going as long as he could, but Guille going in aggressive, and that's exactly the right thing and the right play to make.
Look at this. Look at Semantic just pushing up. And this is what he does. He gets far enough up the lane that he can turn on Tok and then open the way for Gia, who has the ability just to damage amp up or pressure the safe down. Rinse and repeat for SK here.
Yeah, exactly that. Guille being
Again.
so great at surviving on, isn't he? Just preserving himself. Extra credits there just to keep the aggressiveness to Good Knight and force him backwards, but it's just Semantic and Chaos holding firm on those side lanes, and it's causing such a difficult problem.
Yeah, we're getting a lane swap here. So Tok now going up against Chaos on the right-hand side because, frankly, he can't deal with Semantic constantly interrupting his gentleman's duel in the middle part of the map. He's done it once more. Semantic wraps around. Now he's going to take a couple free pot shots at the safe, and we're already down to 63. Chaos gets the win there, and he doesn't even trade, so this is very scary. SK looking imperious.
Reconic are struggling in this spawn. They've got to try to get one of these lane takedowns. I like their imp forcing through there. The ego's a bit early, but Semantic just continues to punish it. Now IKS jumping in, getting some damage. Guille, Semantic, everyone doing their bits. And SK Gaming will move on to the next round of the competition.
Eyes forward for SK Gaming. They weren't sure what would be standing in their way, or who would be standing in their way in this round of 16 match. But one thing was for sure, they had to win it, and they do it in style. Gotta give it to Tok, stood up there on the stage, a one-man army, literally. Teammates, of course, playing remotely. The amount of pressure he must feeling was incredible. Honestly, really heartwarming to see him out there in the crowd, get behind him. And we, of course...
चलो guys, that was it. Well done by SK Gaming. और इसी के साथ ई स्पोर्ट्स का ये हमारा सफ़र ख़त्म होता है आज का. हम भी जाते हैं, 1 बजने लगा है. So yeah, thank you so much for joining in, guys. And thank you once again for liking and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you once again tomorrow with the finals. And till we meet again, enjoy, have fun, and sleep well. Bye bye, take care, and peace out. See you once again tomorrow. Bye.